gosh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Reels workshop. We are here with Sarah. I am so excited to be here with you guys. Are you excited?
I am so excited. Yes. We have been talking about this for so long, and I have been dying to share this knowledge with all of you. It has the potential to change your businesses forever. I promise you.
Yes, absolutely. So what we need you to do as you are jumping in, we'll be starting in just a couple seconds here. But if you haven't already, there is a chat box down below. So go ahead and type in your name or your Instagram handle, whatever one you want to throw in there, and where you're watching in from. I already see the chat is literally blowing up. We have, by the way, like a million screens going on over here.
If you guys could see,
and it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But let's see. We have Chrissy from Vegas. We have Washington State, Memphis,
welcome,
California, Chicago, Pleasant Grove, Utah. Oh my gosh. They're just like literally flying in.
Everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Kansas City. Where else? Someone else says same here. So someone else is watching in the same spot. Ontario, Canada. Also, by the way, for those of you who are tuning in, the chat down below has GIFs. Don't abuse them, but have fun with the GIFs.
Yes, absolutely.
We love a good GIF here. So let's see here. Who else? We've got Canada, Illinois,
amazing,
Iowa, Texas, Tennessee, Grand Rapids. I don't even know where that is.
Michigan, I think.
Michigan?
Yeah, I think so.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so as we jump into this, one thing I wanted to let you guys know, if for some reason, especially if you're watching this on your phone, if for some reason it freezes or something isn't quite working right, usually it's your connection. So what you need to do is just either close out the browser, refresh it, and usually that fixes it on your end. You can always find the link in your email, the link that you joined in on. But if for some reason, usually just hit refresh. It's usually not as big of an issue. But yeah, we're going to jump on in.
I know. We're so excited. I'm so ready to share with you guys. And it's going to be so awesome.
Yeah. And for those of you who are watching on Instagram, we have got 2 different live streams going on.
Yes.
So for those of you watching on Instagram, head over to the link in my bio, click that link. You can see all of our slides. You're going to want to see that. Also, I just got a message from my husband. He's on the other side. He's back in the office. He's like, there is a ring light glare on your glasses. Yeah, you know you're gonna.
Yeah, I know there is.
That's just you're gonna get distracted by that all night. So just so you guys know, I apologize, but we're gonna jump on in. So let me make this full screen here. And we're going to be talking about the 3 secrets to making viral Instagram reels as a hairstylist to help you stand out, grow your following, and attract more clients. And that's what we're really wanting to talk to you guys about today, because at the end of the day, it's cool to get more followers. It's cool to go viral. But at the end of the day, we want you to grow your business and actually get more clients from this.
And so many people think Reels is just about views and following, but with the right strategy that we're going to be teaching you, you can do so much more than that.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to teach you how to not feel lost, overwhelmed, or intimidated. I don't know about you, but you can just type in the chat. Just type the word yes. If you have ever felt lost, overwhelmed, or intimidated by making reels, just go ahead and type a yes. We're going to walk you through the 3-step viral reel formula to help you plan, shoot, and edit a really fun reel in less time it takes you to shampoo and deep condition your clients.
It's going to be amazing.
So good.
Amazing.
So good. And then at the end, I want you guys to stay till the end. We're also going to be doing a Q&A. So any questions that you have, make sure to write them down in your notebook or save them till the end, because as we're going through the workshop, we won't be able to answer them as we go, but save those till the end. We're going to do a Q&A, and we're also going to share with you how you'll have the opportunity to get 15 reel ideas specifically for hairstylists and beauty professionals.
These are ready to go for you. You could literally batch all of these in about a half hour and literally have reels for a month.
Yeah.
So
for days.
Yeah.
And I think one of the cool things is about this is not only are you going to get the reel ideas, but she's giving you caption ideas. It's not just like, hey, here's a reel, here's how to do it. No, she's literally breaking it down.
Breaking it down exactly how you need to be using it to grow your following, to attract your dream clients. That is the point of all of this for you.
Heck yes. So before we get started, we want you to get rid of distractions. But before you do that, we are going to ask you to take an Instagram story.
Take out your phone.
Go ahead and grab your phone. I'll make it bigger screen here so that you can
take out your phone.
So that you can do a cute
snap
little boomerang if you want to.
Yep.
We'll do some poses for you. Quick little boom action, a photo, whatever you want to do. Take out your phone, take a screenshot, grab an Instagram story. Feel free to tag us both on Instagram, Jamie Dana Hairstylist and
Soul Fox Living.
We would love to see them, and I think
and we can
so
reshare them.
Yes.
And we love seeing whoever is showing up to this class to be able to interact with you and all of that. So,
yeah. So grab a story and then put the phone away, get the distraction. Because I don't know about you, but like I'm the type of person that straight up will be watching Netflix and like scrolling on the phone.
100%.
Yeah.
I have ADHD, so I need to, if I'm going to focus, I need to hyper focus on what I'm focusing on.
Yeah.
And it'll help you retain the information, because what we're going to be sharing with you, like I said, has the power to change your business forever.
Absolutely. So if you don't already have a notebook, get one of those out too,
Mhm.
because they do say that when you take notes, you retain so much more information. So
I know,
get
I
a
do.
notebook.
Yeah.
That'll help you stay more, you know, if you need a doodle too in the notebook, that
Absolutely.
works also too. Cool. So grab a notebook and pen and get ready to learn a ton. So we would love to know just kind of where you're at. I think for us, it's really important just to kind of hear where you're at when it comes to Instagram Reels. So go ahead and do us a favor, type in the chat. I'm going to name off 4 things, and I want you to type which one feels like it resonates the most with you. So go ahead and type in number 1. If you feel like maybe you're not creating Reels because you don't have enough time in your days, or you always forget to shoot when you're in the salon. Like you want to create more Reels, but you don't have enough time to do everything that's needed to make Reels. So if that's you, go ahead and type in number 1. Maybe number 2, you're not creating Reels as much because you feel intimidated that your content isn't good enough. You feel maybe a little insecure or awkward making Reels. Like, I don't know about you, but like feeling like
we just even made some.
We did.
Yeah. And we like had to reshoot because everyone feels a little bit insecure, right?
Especially when it's like the lip sync, the dancing, you're like, but you want to gain more confidence with your Reels. So if you feel like that, go ahead and type in number 2. Maybe number 3, you struggle with just knowing how to create Reels. So how to come up with unique ideas, what to put in a Reel, what audio to use, all of those things, how to edit a Reel, all of that stuff. If that feels like you, go ahead and type in number 3. And number 4, you're just looking for a better and easier way to create Reels that aren't your average hair video. You want to stand out from everybody else and create that viral Reel content, right?
Yeah, that everyone's looking for. And what this opportunity is, we're going to show this to you.
Yeah, cool. So go ahead and type in number 1, 2, or 3.
All right, let's see what people are saying.
Blowing up right now.
2, 3, and 4.
Elaine says 2 and 3, all the above. LOL. Melanie says 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay,
Diana says 1, 2, 3 and 4 with the crying laughing face. 2 and 4. Gage says 4. Tammy says 3. Denali says all of them. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of all of them.
I know, absolutely.
You know, can I just pick all?
I know.
All of the above?
I don't have enough time. I'm not confident.
Yes.
I don't know how to make them. I'm looking for an easier way, and we have you covered. We're going to be showing you how to overcome all of these obstacles.
Yes. Cool. So again, no matter what you're feeling, whether you typed a 1, 2, 3, or 4, we just want to give you the steps to make it easy for you. And not feel lost.
Yeah. Don't feel lost and overwhelmed or intimidated by making videos. We want to show you an easier and better way, so you're not spending tons of time browsing the Reels tab, being just getting stuck in that, like, afraid to show up, afraid to create because you really don't even know where to start.
Yeah. So you're in the right place no matter what you typed. And maybe for some of you, you're actually feeling like, hey, I actually feel pretty confident with Reels, but it's something that I just want to get better at. So if that's you too,
yes,
we are here for it. So real quick, we just wanted to introduce ourselves. Maybe this is our first time hanging out. For some of you, you might know me. And for some of you, Sarah might be totally new to your world, but I'm excited to introduce you to her and just let you experience everything that Sarah is all about. But I will quickly introduce myself if we have not hung out before. So I'm Jamie Dana. I've been a hairstylist for the last 12 years. And then the last 6 years, I have started to help hairstylists and salon owners and other beauty professionals grow their business using Instagram. And the reason why I wanted to partner with Sarah is because she's literally the Reels expert. I do Reels, I teach Reels, but she's the expert. So I wanted to bring her in and just really show you guys how powerful Reels can be for your business.
And I'm Sarah, and I'm so thankful to be here that Jamie invited me to share with you guys. I have been so excited for this training, but just to introduce myself, like I said, my name's Sarah, and I am an Instagram marketing coach. I also teach people the power of Reels and how they can use them to not just grow their following, but to grow their business. About 1.5 years ago, I took my account from crickets to literally so engaged. I went from 25,000 followers to 100,000 followers. followers, over 100,000 followers with the power of Reels. I also have several memberships where this is what I teach, and we have seen the most massive results for our clients, for our members. And so that's why I want to show up for you guys and show you how you can get those same results in your business.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that I watched is I had already followed her. Like we were friends.
Yep.
But I really started when Reels started to take off. I was like, oh my gosh, like this girl's killing it on Reels. And I saw your follower count just go up and
Yep.
up and up.
Mhm.
And I think one of the cool things was it wasn't just your follower account. It was the students that you were helping. It
Yep.
was like other people that
Yeah.
you were like working with. And I was like, okay, like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I love though is your content wasn't so complicated and all this crazy edits. It was just like simple Reels, taking the trend and taking the things that we're going to
Mhm.
teach you today of just like making it happen. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
And just showing up. And this is what I teach my students is how to just show up in the way that is their personality. You don't have to dance. You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to have a super bubbly personality to be able to do this. Reels really are for every business.
Yeah. Cool. Real quick, somebody says, is there sound? So just gonna make sure that there's sound. If there's sound, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
If we've been talking this whole time and you can't hear us,
I feel like I would have got a few other comments, but maybe not. Okay, cool. So again, we'll make this full screen, but yeah, basically our goal for you today is just to walk away knowing, understanding, and believing that you can master Instagram Reels.
Yes.
And yeah, not just your following, but
Yep.
for the business too.
Yeah. And because that's ultimately what we all want is to be able to use Instagram as a crazy, amazing tool to grow our businesses.
Cool. They're saying they can hear us.
Cool.
So,
All right.
Okay, good.
So maybe someone had their
Yeah,
phone on
that's
mute
all right.
or
Yeah,
something.
That's okay. And again, yeah, they're not just great for your following, but great for your business. So go ahead and tell us a little bit of the 3 reasons.
All right. Why Reels matter. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 reasons why Reels really are the golden ticket for your Instagram and business growth. There has never been a better time than right now. Number 1, Instagram is prioritizing Reels over all types of content. Guys, Instagram is in a fight with TikTok right now for attention. It is just the reality. And so they're pushing out Reels. There's never been a better opportunity than right now. And what this really means is that your profile, because they're pushing out Reels, it gets cut in front of the Instagram algorithm line, which is so incredible.
Yeah.
And then you can go to the next slide. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what this is going to do is Reels have the ability to 10x your organic reach.
And honestly, on this point, I did not know. I mean, like
Yeah.
I knew, but like at the same time. So the way that you break it down, the 28 times longer, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. So I'm going to break
Yeah.
something down for you guys. So if you're on this training and you're a little bit skeptical that like, oh, should I be doing Reels as a hairstylist or makeup artist? Does this really work? Not only does Instagram put you at the front of the algorithm line, when you create Reels, they also keep you at the front of the line for 28 times longer. And I'm going to show you in a couple of slides why this is. So each type of Instagram post, and this is really important to know, has something called an organic lifespan. So this is the organic lifespan of a traditional post. It's between 4 to 12 hours that Instagram's going to push this out. And then the next one is the carousel, which is like just several slides. They're going to push this out for 4 to 12 hours. They're going to see what kind of engagement it gets, right? And then stories, 24 hours, and then it disappears, right? But the way that stories do, they disappear in the algorithm, and your ROI for just traditional posts is really low. And that explains why it's so difficult to grow now with traditional posts and stories. I have so many people come to me and they're like, Sarah, I am stuck. Let me know right now if you feel like you're stuck on your Instagram growth, that you're just slowly getting new followers, that maybe you'll get your engagement is low. I'm going to give you a solution to those problems. So
Yeah.
Jamie,
And I
if you
think,
go,
just go ahead and type in number 1 if that's you. If you feel like I am putting out content, or I'm putting out photos, I'm putting out these little things, I'm putting out stories, and like, I don't know why I'm not getting followers, why I'm not actually getting clients from Instagram. And I think that's a huge thing. Yeah, we're gonna get the chat's blowing up.
Like I had to look to the side. Yeah.
Yep. And I think that's one of the things that I think we don't realize is so often we put so much time and effort into Instagram creating amazing content, right? Like amazing photos, amazing, for some of you, maybe carousels, or even just stories, like putting all this effort in. And that's not something that's necessarily going to grow that following and necessarily even grow that know, like, and trust. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But I think so often we can pour so much time and effort into something that's not really giving us an ROI, a return on investment. And yet Reels really can do that.
I know. And that's what I want for you guys to know, that Instagram has shifted so much. What used to work 2 years ago doesn't work today. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing about Reels, about sharing stories of my students, of myself, seeing people succeed with Reels, because Instagram has changed so much. And I want to make sure that you're up to date on that. So what is the organic lifespan of an Instagram Reel? Let me see if you guys can guess.
It's not. Guess in the chat. This is shocking to me too. And the number will probably shock you too.
Yes.
But yeah. Okay. So let's see. Do we have any? Usually it takes a quick second. We're getting a lot of yeses and a lot of ones in the chat box right now. So even somebody put in a little crying baby face emoji, like they're sad. They're like, I'm putting in all this time. It's not working. Why is it not working? I feel you on that, right? Okay. So a lot of people are saying 3 months, a month. Let's see here. A couple days, 1 week. Some really good 14 days. That's a good guess. Okay. 24 seconds. No, a little longer than that. A month. Okay. So we're getting quite a few answers here. We'll just give you the answer.
All right. Reels can get engagement up to 14 days after your post. I've even seen a month, literally, but this is on average, which is a 2,800% increase in potential engagement. So just from a mathematical standpoint, if you're going to spend time creating content, your precious time that you're not in the studio, you're not doing your hair thing, right? The time that you want to be with your family, that you want to be with your friends, you want to be pouring your time into the thing that is going to give you the biggest ROI, because you're not just on Instagram for fun.
Yeah.
If you are,
I mean,
then
maybe,
but I'm saying, like, if you're on this training, it's because you see the potential in Instagram. You're not here because you want like your friends and family to see your reel. You want potential customers to see your reel. So with that, you are 28 times your growth potential. So some of my reels will get little engagement at first. And I tell my students this all the time: never, ever, ever delete a reel.
Yes.
I have had reels, and I know Jamie can say the same thing. We were talking about this. I've had reels blow up 2 weeks later, and all of a sudden I'm getting all these notifications and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And it just blows up and a whole bunch of new people see it, a whole bunch of new followers. I'll have people subscribe to a membership, all because this reel just decided to go viral.
Yeah. And actually I've seen this. I've been on the Explore page, right? So I've been scrolling on the Explore page, and then I'll see a reel and I'll go look at the date, and like, no joke, it's like the end of January right now, right? And I saw a reel from like December 14th. December 14th being pushed out to random accounts. Like it was some meme account. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, that's literally a piece of content that is so old, that's almost 6 weeks old.
It's working for you.
Yes. And so that's one of the cool things about Reels is it's almost like evergreen content in a way of where it's working for you way beyond from when you just post it versus a normal photo, 4 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
And it's done, right?
And
if you
even
post it at
that's
the wrong
being
time,
generous.
like that's being generous for sure.
4 to 12 hours.
Like an hour.
Yes.
So anyways, I just hope that you guys can kind of see that putting in time. Yes, reels do take more time than just throwing up a quick photo, but at the same time, and actually,
well, I'm going to show you that it does it. Okay.
They don't. But I'm saying, you
Yes.
might think that, right?
Yes.
But even still, let's just say it took you an hour to create a reel and it took you, 10 minutes to do a photo. You're getting literally so much more, potentially so much more engagement. So, anyways,
absolutely.
Yeah. Another thing.
Yeah, that we were talking about, the know, like, trust factor, right? People are twice as likely to share videos with their friends than any other type of content. And when someone shares a piece of content and their audience is seeing it, they're automatically going to trust you more because one of their friends shared it, someone that you follow. It creates an instant like bond and connection when people are sharing your
Yeah. And
content.
honestly, the only kind of content really that gets shared on my profile is my reels. Like people just want to share it because it's funny or it's relatable or whatever. So that is something that's really, really huge. So
yeah. Not only do you have the algorithm working for you, but you also have other users working for you, which is just like a two-edged sword. It's so beautiful, this opportunity that we have with reels. Yeah. And then let me give you one more reason why reels are your golden ticket for growth on Instagram. Reels will help you connect with new people. And I want to show you in this next slide, when you're studying reels, you get VIP service. So when you post a reel, and guys, I'm telling you, Instagram wants you creating reels. They're literally shouting it, telling us create reels. That's why they're pushing them out. You can find them in the Explore tab, hashtag search, reels feed, audio search. You have all of these places for your reels to get seen. You do not have all of these places for a post or a carousel or a story to be seen. Yeah. It's just the reality. Yeah. So that's great and all. But how can reels help you grow your business? All right. So Jamie, you can talk on this because I feel like this is something that you already teach your people about.
And I think it's important, right? I think it's fun to get followers. It's fun to see that number go up. It's fun to get more likes and comments and engagement. But at the end of the day, we want to convert our clients to followers or followers to clients, right? We actually want to get clients from Instagram. And one thing I just want to mention too is, for some of you, maybe you really are trying to build your business behind the chair, get more clients. Maybe you're trying to get a certain type of service, a new type of clientele. That could be your goal. Maybe for some of you, you want to open up a salon and you want to attract more stylists to come work for you. Or maybe for some of you, you want to maybe start going into education or working with brands. So obviously, depending on your goal, there's going to be different things. And we're going to talk about that too. But ultimately, we want to convert our followers to clients and customers. And that is the biggest goal when it comes to Instagram. So if you've been around my world, I was gonna say around my parts, around these parts,
around these parts of Instagram.
Parts.
No, not around your parts.
No. Even around these parts, what I talk about is getting people to know, like, and trust you. And I think that is so important when it comes to Instagram. Our goal is, again, not just to be this like face on Instagram that people don't trust, or this face that people just see and, you know, they scroll and by. We want people to get to know us, to like us and trust us. And we were actually talking about this. Sarah, you know, she's an actual client. And so when Sarah was looking for a stylist, tell me a little bit more. You were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah. So when I was looking for a stylist for my hair extensions, I went and I was looking in my area and I saw a girl, she posted reels and she had very clear like before and afters of the extensions she used. She had so many like transformational pieces. And I was like, oh, this is who I'm going to reach out to. I reached out to her book. I didn't know anyone personally who went to her, but it was all because of a reel that I saw when I was searching for a client in my area, or not a client, a stylist. Yeah, a stylist in my area. To do my extensions, because the girl that I go to for my color doesn't do extensions. So I had to go out, and this was literally like a year ago that I did that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like I think as hairstylists, it can be tricky because so often we follow other hairstylists, right? And so we just see the kind of content that other hairstylists are posting, but we have to think about it through our clients' eyes.
Yes.
And this is, I will hound this over you so many times, is look at your profile. If you were a brand new client that just stumbled on your page, you know, maybe somebody, maybe one of your clients tags you in their Instagram story and their friend taps on your page and they go look at it. Is that going to be something that they're going to want to learn more about you? Is that going to be something that they're going to want to click the follow button? Are they going to know who you are? And not to get off on a tangent, but so often I see stylists that don't even have photos or videos of themselves on their page, right? It's just photos of hair or, you know, product photos. And how are you going to get those clients to know, like, and trust you? And Reels truly is such a great way to do that because they feel like they know you. They feel like, like, I don't know about you guys right now, but do you feel like you're kind of sitting in the same room with us?
Right. Because you get to see our face. We get to look and have that connection with you, and you get to hear our voice. And that's the power of video content, is that it cuts through so much like faster to be able to make that connection when we all want human connection. We want to be able to look people in the eyes and connect with them. That's what we were made for that. And so when people come to your profile, you want them to get this sense of who you are as a hairstylist. And I also know my hairstylist is also, I've gone to her for like 10 years. I'm going to her tomorrow. She's like my therapist. I talk to her. She knows about my life. I know about her life. So it is one of those things that people are looking to connect with you as a hairstylist.
Yeah, not just like, oh, their work's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you want their work
absolutely.
To be good, but at the same time, they're spending an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours, and lots of money with you. They want to get to know you, and so that's why video is so powerful, but specifically Reels. So let's go into that a little bit more.
Yes. So like I said, video content, especially Reels, creates the strongest know, like, trust factor of any type of content. And I'm going to share with you just some statistics on I'm going to share a testimonial. That's a little bit later on. So let me tell you about a student of mine who used Reels to land clients without having a massive following. So I think a lot of times you can get stuck in this trap, like, okay, Sarah, Jamie, I only have 200 followers.
Right.
Will Reels really work? Will someone really get to know, like, and trust me? So before Reels and before Katie was a student of mine, she was concerned about having a perfect aesthetic feed full of pretty pictures. She was posting selfie after selfie, but wasn't seeing growth. She was sharing her life in her stories, spending so much time showing up, putting in the work, but it didn't connect her to any more clients. And so let's fast forward. After she had amazing growth, Katie's growth wasn't explosive, but what she did grow by was 500 followers. But after I taught her my viral reel blueprint, she took those followers and it helped her land 7 new clients. And guys, this was in a period of about 2 weeks.
Whoa,
yes,
that's crazy.
Yes,
oh
using my strategy, Katie is connecting with people in her niche who want to buy from her. So she did not gain a ton of followers, but she was able to land clients. And that's what I want for you guys.
I mean, but let's be real here. If you gained 500 new followers in the next 2 weeks, would you be bummed by that?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I mean, it might not seem massive to someone, who has an account like our following, but 500 new followers,
it's amazing.
500 new people. And one thing too is I always talk about, it's not about the follower when they first follow. It's getting them to, again, know, like, and trust you over time. It's going to take time to nurture that relationship with your client. So 500 followers doesn't mean necessarily 500 new clients, but she only got 7 in those first 2 weeks. How many more people are now following her, seeing her content
as
over
she
time?
continues to show up? It's like the more that you see someone's face and content in your feed, the more you're reminded of them. You're reminded of the service that they offer. They're reminded, oh, look at that haircut looked amazing. I need to go take in my kids for a haircut. Whatever it is.
It's just that reminder always there. And nurturing that relationship.
So we're getting into the best part of the training. I'm going to give you my 3-step viral reel formula to help you create reels that will connect with your audience. Because I don't want you guys just creating reels. Okay. So you could leave this training, and if you really don't pay attention to the formula that I give you, it's not enough just to post a video. You need to have strategy behind it. And I have seen this work over and over and over and over again. I promise you, when I study the Reels feed, the ones that go viral, I see my exact formula that I'm about to share with you.
That's what the cool thing about this is. It doesn't just work for somebody who has a big following, or it doesn't just work for somebody who went viral once. Like, no, it's like literally duplicatable. And so I love formulas. You guys know I love making formula.
And this doesn't have to be a formula where you have to show your face or you have to dance. It is a formula that you could use with a voiceover, literally anything for you.
So if you are excited, let's just feel it out real quick. Go ahead and type a heck yes in the chat. I love to see that. So go ahead and jump into the viral reel Instagram formula.
Like I was saying, not all reels are created equal. There is a specific strategy and formula that you need to follow. So the first thing that you have to do, and it is so important, is you need to create a strong emotional hook. All right, we'll go to the next slide.
So good.
So the human attention span is literally, it's sad, but it's 3 to 10 seconds long. As people are scrolling, you have about 3 seconds to make them stop and want to watch your video. And how are you going to do that? I'm going to show you. So you need to do that by having a hook. Because like I said, you have 3 seconds to make someone stop.
I feel like, is it even 3 seconds?
I know,
don't
it might even be 1
honestly,
second.
Like in the reels feed, I'm always like, nope.
Yep,
Or
yes.
like, oh, interesting,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, think about all the things that are coming into people's worlds, like on their feed, on the Explore, like all of the stuff. So how do we hook them so that they actually keep watching the whole video? Because that's really important too. We're going to talk about why it's important for them to watch the whole video.
So
if they, next slide, right. I forgot where it was.
If they don't watch the rest of your reel, you won't get that VIP treatment. So many people hate on the algorithm, but guys, I honestly love the algorithm because the algorithm is smart.
Yes.
It wants to keep people on the app. And so if you're watching the reel all the way through, guess what? It's going to then push it out to other people because they say, oh, 5 people watch this all the way through. I bet 100 people would watch this all the way through. And so on, one of our lights just went out.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's so true. And one of the things that you'll see too with reels is if you can get people to not just watch the whole thing, but then rewatch it and rewatch it. That's when the algorithm goes, oh, this is really good content. People are clearly addicted to it. So like you'll see there's some gimmicky reels out there
is.
for sure, where like they make you watch it over and over again. Yeah. But at the same time, you want to get that VIP treatment to get it pushed out to more people. So how do we create that hook?
Yep. So there's 2 things you need to create emotional hook. Your reel needs to be speaking to and calling out your ideal client. So it is very important to understand who your ideal client is. And I'm sure Jamie has talked about this on Instagram as far as like, as a hairstylist, who is it that you're trying to attract?
Yeah.
And you need to know that.
And the reason why this is so important is because, again, like I talked about, there's so many different types of ideal clients, right? You guys might have heard me call this a dream client. That's what I call it. But there's so many different types, right? So your goals with your Instagram might be different than someone else's goals. So my goals on Instagram are to help more hairstylists. So the kind of content I create is going to be geared towards other hairstylists. But maybe for you, your goals are to get more clients. So the type of content you create is going to look different than the type of content I create. And so this is really, really important because so often I see stylists who want to get more clients behind the chair. Like that is literally their entire goal. They're not trying to go into education. They're not trying to reach other hairstylists. And yet they're creating reels that are made for other hairstylists, right?
That's not going to help you.
Not going to help you.
Unless you're an educator.
Unless you're an educator, right? So if your goal is to try to get more potential clients, that is your ideal client or your dream client, then you want to be thinking about what kind of content would be beneficial to clients. So here's a couple examples from McKenna and Ashley. These ones are really fun. And if you scroll Instagram, you're going to find these. You can also look on pages like Framar, Behind the Chair, American Salon, like all the repost pages, you guys are going to see different ones. But for this one, McKenna, she did a whole reel about the 4 amazing benefits of balayage, right? So if a brand new client were to land on her page, or maybe it's a current client that just gets a haircut, or a client that's getting, foils and they want to transition to balayage, this type of video, it's going to be really helpful for them to understand what the benefits are of balayage, right? And even this video from Ashley, she had like a really cute one. It was the audio was like, Stormy.
Oh, you look like mommy, baby.
Yeah. And so it was like, it wasn't necessarily educational. It was just kind of funny and relatable, but it's like when clients leave their hair appointment with long, thick hair, right? So we'll talk more about what kind of reels to create, but it's really important to be thinking about who that ideal client is. Maybe for some of you, you're wanting to go into education. You're wanting to reach more hairstylists. So I love accounts like Carlos and Spencer. I feel like they create such fun content. But Carlos, he did he's always creating fun reels, but he did one with like hairstylists and their iced coffee, and he's like shaking his iced coffee, or things that clients say, right? So one thing I do want to make note though, and I think this is really important, I know Sarah would agree with me on this, is if you're creating content that other hairstylists would think is funny, and it's maybe making fun of a client, be very careful because you have to, again, think about it from your client's perspective.
You don't want to offend anybody.
No. And like, now if I'm like, maybe you're following a hairstylist and you're like, oh, I was going to go to this girl, but now
I
she's
know.
making fun of clients.
Right.
I don't know.
Or like when they complain to me all day, and then it's like, oh, should I not tell you about my problem? Should I not tell you about this issue in my life?
Yeah.
Because are you going, like, can I trust you?
Or are you going to talk about me on Reels later?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So just be very careful. That is one thing I will say. And I think that's a big mistake that I see a lot of hairstylists. They just jump on a trend that maybe they saw another stylist do. And if you think about it, it's a stylist trying to reach other hairstylists. So just be a little careful of that.
Yeah.
The second thing.
And then the second thing you need is to have a magnetic opening headline. So I see this mistake being made all the time, that people do not even have any wording on their reels.
What?
Like, why would someone stop this? It is stop and watch this. It's not enough to just have a pretty hair video. You need to have a hook.
A hook with
that just
text,
means
right?
like a headline, a thing that's going to make people stop and read what it is.
And I like these two examples from Carly, the Blonde Chronicles, and Ashley, because again, it's something that makes people, it could be controversial. It could be something that's like, wait, what? I didn't know this, right? So Ashley was actually making this reel for her clients. She was saying haircuts and trims are the same thing, right? And maybe as a client, you're like, wait, they are? I thought that they were different.
I know, when I saw that, I was like, I thought they were different.
Right? But as hairstylists, we're like, well, of course, duh.
Yeah.
But that's something that maybe her clients didn't know. So she was educating her clients, but it's also something that intrigues them, right? It gets them to like, oh, I have to watch more because what is she going to say about this? Or Carly's post with do you get bleed marks when you highlight, right? That is something like, yes, that happens to me. I need to finish watching this reel so that I can learn how to avoid that, right? So these hooks, I think, are just really great examples. They don't need to be complicated. They don't need to be super long, but it can just be that text that you put in there just to grab people's
And it has to be within the first, like, make sure it's in the first frame of your video, and that it's in a place that people can clearly see it. You don't want it too low. You don't want it too high. You want it right in the middle. So it's their eye contact goes right to it. Guys, I'm talking little tiny details that you need to know.
And that's true. That's something that I think we don't think about is when you're editing it, make it in the middle section. Like you can see these ones, you can clearly see it's not cut off on the side. It's not being covered by her username, things like that. Really, really important for sure. Cool. Number 2.
You need to add value. So you can have a hook, but if your hook does not deliver, there's no point. People are going to feel gypped out. They're going to feel like they can't trust you. If you promise something in a reel and then you're like, wait, what? No, that was literally just for views. You need to add value by either entertaining, educating, and inspiring. And we're going to give you some examples of that, right? And the reason this is important, I got sidetracked. I thought it was the next slide, but most people think that reels are just for dancing. And I promise you they're not. People that are just using them for dancing, they're using one way of reels, and that's entertaining, but there's so much more that you can do, because in order to grow your business using reels, you need to do more than just entertain. Like I said, it's one part of like the know, like, trust factor, but it's not enough to really get those clients that you're looking for, to really make like a complete experience for your potential customers.
Yeah, so true. All right. So doesn't have to be dancing, doesn't have to be lip syncing. That's one way of doing it. Those are fun. You can also do it while dancing and lip syncing. You can combine all three, but we're going to walk you through some different ways to how to do this. These are a little bit longer. So if you guys want to take screenshots, take a photo, if you want to.
And we're giving you examples that you literally could take these hooks and these content ideas and literally use them after this training.
Cool. So first one, educate your audience. So these were just a couple ones that we came up with. If you want to
So like the top 5 mistakes people make when looking for a hairstylist, this is a great way to educate your audience, because I know for me, before I found the girl that I love, I had gone to so many different places, and I wish people would have warned me, like, did you ask her if like she does blonde specifically? Does she use toner? I mean, I've come out with gray hair. I've come out with yellow hair. Like I have had and I feel like most clients have had these experiences. So you want to show people, okay, this is what don't want to look for. This is what you want to look for.
Yeah.
Show how you do a service and what steps go into it. This is so amazing for a potential client to see.
Yes.
How do you do I never say that right.
Balayage.
How you say it?
Yeah,
Balayage.
yeah. Sure.
How you do this. Show your expertise.
Yeah. And I think so often we as hairstylists skip out on these videos because we're like, oh, but everyone on Instagram posts these videos. But here's the thing. People, if you're trying to reach clients, think about who your clients are following. They're not following all the same stylists that you're following. They're not seeing that in their feed. They want to see it from you. And so I think things like this are so important. Even tutorial videos. I've gotten so many of my students that say, oh, I'm not going to create a curling tutorial video because every other hairstylist has done it. And I'm like, no, your audience, your clients want to see it from you.
100%.
They want to see you do the balayage, how you do the service. So don't not use these because you think that everybody else is doing it. Just because you see it on your feed all the time doesn't mean that your clients are seeing that. They really want to see it.
Yeah, because even like I don't follow a ton of hairstylists. Like there's so many people. You need to get out of like your own perception of what you see, because I promise you all of this is so valuable for people. And something that I want to talk about with educating is that in your business and on Instagram, you need to think about serving your ideal, your dream client. All of these things, they serve people. People need to know what are the best types of product for curly hair, for blonde hair, for straight hair, for frizzy hair. I would love, like literally the other day, I was like, what is the best like moisturizer for my extensions? Like, I don't know. No one tells me. Like, I don't follow a bunch of hairstylists. Like, I would love if someone made a reel about that. Like, how do you take care of your extensions really well? Or like whatever, like all of these things. Show the top 3 tools every customer needs, like what hair dryer they need, what you're loving, what you're using, what products you're loving and using. These things are so valuable. And I see this all the time with my students. They take for granted the information that they know. Right now, if you learn anything from this training, walk away knowing, do not take your knowledge for granted. It is a gold mine to other people. We get so stuck in our own genius that we don't think that other people can benefit from it. But I promise you, there's so many people who don't know what you know and would love to learn from you.
Yeah. And one of the cool things about this kind of video or this kind of reel is like, you could literally do this over a video of you doing hair. You could do this on a video of you using a trend. You know, we're going to talk more about that in a second, but you could put these kind of things on any type of video. Like literally it's just plug and play, you know? So these are just a few ideas, but like, I want you to be thinking about, okay, what are different ways that I can educate my clients? What are the questions that my clients are asking me when they're sitting in my chair? Like Sarah, when you go to your extension girl, like, you're going to be like, hey,
how do I moisturize?
I need a moisturizer, and, you know, shampoo, or like, I need an oil, or like, it feels frizzy. Like, what would I do? She could literally take that idea and be like, bing, perfect. What moisturizers you need, or how to brush your extension, or whatever, you know, services you specialize in. And one other hack that's really cool about videos like this is when your client then asks you in the salon, hey, how do I curl my hair? How do I do this? What kind of products do I need? Whatever. You can be like, oh, I've already filmed a reel on this. Let me just send it right over to you. And then they're like, oh my gosh, my stylist is amazing. Right? So things like this are so, so helpful. So if this was helpful, educate your audience, and you guys have gotten a bunch of ideas, go ahead and type in number 1 in the chat. I just want to hear where you guys are at, because I think things like this, we just forget. And I think I'm so glad you touched on we take our information and our knowledge for granted. Like, oh my gosh, our clients don't know this stuff. Yeah. So we're going to
your clients haven't studied it. They don't know. And so it's so, so valuable. And when someone shares information with you, it's creating that know, like, trust factor that helps people come back to you because they feel indebted to you. It's actually called, the cycle of reciprocity. It's like a marketing term, but it's so beautiful. It's just exchanging knowledge with people, and it helps so much. Yes.
Okay. So on to the next one, inspire your audience. So here's some fun ideas.
Yeah. So if you show a hardship you helped your client overcome, like for me, as an example, it was like either grayish tint that I didn't want to my hair or like yellowy tint. And you can show how you took your client, and this inspires other people like, yeah, my hair's kind of dull right now. So you did a mask or whatever it was in your client's hair, and you took them from point A to point B in the same way, showing before and afters. Obviously, as a hairstylist, to me, this is one of your most powerful tools. Is you could use a hook like client said, I want beautiful long hair or whatever. And so you're like, okay, what does this look like? And so you can show her hair short and then after with the extensions or whatever, that transformation. And then I think something that's really connecting to your audience is show photos and videos of when you first started as a hairstylist
I love
and
these.
where you are now. Those to me always create like an emotional response of like, wow, she's been doing this for a long time. She really knows what she's doing. She or he has been practicing their craft for a really long time. And I feel like as someone who would be looking for a stylist, this would be something that's very emotionally pulling to see.
Yeah. I mean, I love the reels when I see somebody that's like my work in beauty school or
Yeah.
my first year starting. And now like 3 years later or 5 years later or whatever, like, and the cool thing is with videos like this is it doesn't have to be videos. It can literally be photos. You know?
Exactly. And you could do a voiceover talking on it. It's, you don't
it could
have
even
to
be
show
like the trend. Let's skip to the
good part.
Exactly. Okay? I mean, that one's a little overused. We were just joking about that earlier. But
yeah,
you know, that kind of thing, right? So, inspire your audience. Think about like what could be something that would be inspiring to them. And again, remember from the client's perspective. Think about if a client were to land on my page, or if one of my followers who's not a client were to see this, would this inspire them to even take action, right? So again, the example of the dull hair, the short hair, the thinning hair, or whatever that might look like, you know, you literally helped a client have amazing, beautiful hair that they feel confident and they love themselves and, you know, they feel beautiful with their hair. You help them do that. And now a potential client might see that and be like, oh my gosh, like
I want that too.
That for them. And now they could do that for me. So it's just something to really be thinking about of like, what are those inspirational moments you can have in your reels?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
And last but not least,
you can entertain your audience. And I think that this is a lot of the ways that people think of reels right now, but there are so many ways you can use a trend that could relate to your audience. Like there's so many trends that you can use that you can just relate to your audience. But I think a big thing with entertaining, if you're comfortable, is do not be afraid to show your personality. Because like I said, when someone decides to book with you, they're also coming in knowing that like you want a lifelong relationship with someone, because that's that residual client booking that you have, you're booked out, right? You have those people that come to you every 6 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 8 weeks. You want those type of people. So don't be afraid to showcase your personality, because people are going to be attracted to you and who you are as a stylist. And then share things that are relatable to your ideal client, like whether that's you're an expert in blondes, extensions, curly hair, you moms, their kids, whatever it is that you specify in as a hairstylist. And then sharing something that you have in common with your audience is such a fun way to just like entertain them, make it relatable, make it funny, kind of like how Jamie was saying, like hers get shared because they're entertaining. They make you laugh. You're like, oh my goodness. Yeah. My feet hurt all day being, you know, I've seen some of your reels
thought
like
about that. Or like there was one I did that went super viral, and I think it has like over 2 million views at this point, but it was me. It was Danny, how you feel? And then it was like me in the back room, like dead after a long day. And I was like, I feel great, you know, like, and that one just was so funny because people were like, oh my gosh, I know what that feels like. Like, I know what it feels like on a long day standing on my feet. Like I feel dead too, you know? So even that, literally, I actually filmed that after a really long day in the salon. And I was like, I want to use this trending audio. And I feel like this would just be so funny. And so I straight up filmed it. I did one clip of the beginning part, one clip of the end. It took me, I don't know, 5 minutes to film and 2 million views. And it like got me so many followers, so many shares. And it's just fun. Like that kind of stuff is fun. So something you have in common with your audience. Maybe it's the fact that you both love iced coffee. Maybe it's the fact that you both are soccer moms, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like hair related. This is where you can bring in that personality. I mean, even there's, you know, reels that I filmed with my husband, Mark. Like we were I haven't posted it yet. That's not me. But things like that, right? Like
Mhm.
it even just like shares a little bit of my life with
Yep.
my audience. And again, that's establishing that know, like, and trust.
Yep.
So just don't be afraid to have fun with it too. And don't take yourself too seriously. I feel like the
Exactly.
reels that I've always done really well are the ones that I'm committed. Like
100%.
I am lip syncing or dancing or whatever.
Or
and
that
they're
takes
fun.
like 3 seconds.
take
Like
3
I have
seconds.
one that I
Yeah.
did in my car and I think it has like
Yes,
over
I
half
saw
a
that one.
million
Yeah.
views, but it literally took me 2 seconds. I was in the Target parking lot
Yes.
and I actually made it as a joke to send to my husband about how much money I spent at Target.
Yeah. It was but you're hopeful.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I
Yep.
can't sing it very good.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
now.
no, I
Anyways.
know what you mean.
Okay, cool. If this isn't helpful and you guys have some ideas, go ahead and type in number 3 in the chat. I'm just curious. I love seeing this, and I think it's just there's so many ideas that
Yes.
you can use,
Mhm.
and you just don't have to get stuck in your head about it.
Yeah. And the last part of this 3-step formula, and it is all of these coincide. You need all 3 of them. You need a hook, you need to add value, but the last thing that you need to do is you need to call people to action. Believe it or not, people love being told what to do. You will see little or no results with your reels if you're never calling people to action. And I'll show you what this means. Like I said, people like being told what to do. You need to tell them exactly where
how, what
Yes,
to do. Yes.
what you want them to do next. People love that. When people are like, oh, go to the link in my profile. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the link in your profile.
Yeah, versus leaving them hanging, right?
Yes.
So here's an example on one of yours.
Yeah, I said ready to grow on Reels. Follow along for more Reels tips and strategies. Now, you could use this and say, are you looking for, a haircut or
long luscious
yeah.
locks? Follow along.
Go, or you could even do a more like specific call to action and say DM to book or click the link in my profile to book. I literally have 3 client openings right now or something. You could be really strategic with your calls to action, especially on Reels because they get so much visibility. You might get a lot more or comment a heart if you're struggling with this and then you get a lot of interactions on your Reels.
Yeah. And like this was one of mine that was just super simple. It wasn't a crazy call to action of like, go here to book, click the link in my bio. It was just like, read the caption to find out more. Right?
Exactly. And that's something that you can do. Tons.
Yeah, especially if it's like a short reel. I think so often it's a short reel. Maybe it doesn't explain everything that you want to say, but you have a longer caption. So instead of it just being like a static, photo post with a long caption, a reel is a really great way to have people read that caption. So read more in the caption to find out more.
And something that I just tested the other day is I told people on a reel to go to my stories.
I saw this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to my stories for more information, and my story views tripled.
What?
Because I was like,
because
I was like, hey, listen, go to my stories. So you can make people go where you want them to go, whether it's read your caption, book, go to my stories, comment below if you're feeling this too. Do you feel like your hair is dull? Or what problems are you having currently with your hair? And so there's so many ways you can use this.
So good. Oh my gosh, I'm totally stealing that.
Yeah. So this is what is going to drive real results in your business, because if you're looking to book more clients, you can be strategic in your content, have a reel that's attracting with a hook. It has some type of value in it, and then at the end you're going to call them to action. This is really where you're going to see those results with creating reels, rather than throwing up a reel, crossing your fingers, hoping that it will do something. This will help you get seen. And when I say viral, it can be viral for you. So I always say when people are like, well, my reels, I don't have 1 million views. If your reels have more views than your stories, that is a win.
Yeah.
Right.
Huge.
And if it has triple your stories, that's viral for you, which is so amazing that hundreds of people can see your content when with a post, it might be 5, 10, 15 people seeing it.
Yeah. Kelly's saying this is amazing. And Tammy says this is such good information. I'm so glad. And I think honestly, when it comes to this formula, one of the things that you have to remember is so often I think we create content and it's missing one of those things. And we're always like, oh, like, why did I not get views? Or why did that one only get, 200 views? And I had other ones do better. Chances are you were missing something here. So always add these in, always be thinking, how do we hook them? How do we add that value? How do we add that call to action? And I guarantee you that it will do so much better than a reel that does not have these. So
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So yeah, there you go. You're entertaining, inspirational, and educational content. I just want you guys to be thinking about like, what does that look like for me? And if you think of any ideas, go ahead and send me a DM after this. I'd love to hear your
absolutely.
Idea. And we'll take it even a step further. I want you to create a reel with one of these types of things, whether it's entertaining, inspirational, or educational. Send us that reel and a DM. I'm just opening your
I know,
DMs.
Absolutely. Open up my DMs. I want to see.
Send it to us and tell us which one it is, because I want you to tell us which one it is, and then I want to see it.
And a challenge for you guys, go through the Reels tab and look and see. Watch for the hooks. Watch how they add value. Watch how people call to action. And this type of formula, really for any type of content, you can use this same type of formula for a carousel post, for a single post, for a caption where you have a hook, you add value, and you call to them to action. It really is something that works just across the board.
Yes. Okay. So some people are saying like, oh my gosh, this is so helpful. Thank you for this class. We're not done yet.
I know, we're not done. No, we're going to show you.
Because this is a really important thing. So we're actually going to talk about how to save time, because I think that's one of the biggest things and one of the biggest reasons why people aren't creating reels. I know for me, I'm always like, oh, I don't have time. Oh, like I should do that one. I don't have time. So we're going to talk about 3 steps to making reels easier. This is kind of a little bonus.
It was.
We're going to share this, but we were like, no, we need to talk about this.
We do, because I don't want you leaving this training saying, okay, Sarah and Jamie said I need to have a hook. I need to add value. I need to have a call to action. Okay, this sounds like it's going to take me 30 minutes to create one reel. And I don't want you thinking that. I don't want you leaving this training feeling overwhelmed at all. So we're going to show you batching content in 3 steps to make reels easier. I use this process to create entire months worth of content in a single afternoon. Now, for me, I do this, but I also am filming reels all the time. I literally probably have like 50 reels in my draft that I can just like post at any time. But I also know this is what I do full time as a content creator. I want to show you how you can take this 3 steps and make it easy for you as you're creating reels as a hairstylist. So the number one thing I want you to do is I want you following accounts that are currently growing with reels, that are currently using reels, that are using trends. I want you to be intentional about what it is that you're trying to see on Instagram. And then you can start by following my account at SoulFox Living. I'm constantly posting reels, posting trends that you can reverse engineer. I even show up in my stories sometimes and I'm like, hey, take this trend. This is how you're going to use it. Go create a reel. It literally took me 3 minutes to edit, to put up. I'm showing you simple ideas that I don't want you spending 45 minutes making a reel, because you don't need to do that to actually see results. It's not something that you need.
Honestly, her page is one of the pages that I follow to come up with content ideas. So I'm always like, oh, what is Sarah posting? I'm going to go copy that. But I make it relatable for my audience too. So
and that's what you can do.
This is something that's just really important to be thinking about. Is like, okay, how do we make it relatable?
Yep.
How do I come up with ideas? And so yes, Sarah's
and you don't have to be crazy original. I think people get stuck. Well, I don't want to copy anyone. If you're serving a different audience, like Jamie said, your audience isn't following 100 hairstylists like you might be. And so keeping that in mind, that you won't be repeating something to your audience, they'll love to see your spin on it. And then the next part that you want to do is you want to save audios of reels that they've posted that you see and you're like, ooh, I could use this audio and I know how I could use it. But something Jamie and I were talking about is we do this all the time. I will sit down and batch create, and I will just batch a bunch of audios and I actually won't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
Yeah, literally. It's funny. So actually I posted this on purpose today. The reel that I posted today, you can go see it afterwards. Don't go right now, but But afterwards, the reel that I posted today, I literally filmed that reel like 6 or 7 months ago. And I just never, and it just kind of sat in my gallery. I never used it, but it was just a trending audio at the time. And I was like, okay, I could use that. And so today I was like, well, I want to post a reel, but I didn't have my hair and makeup done. I was like, okay, I'll just go find one that I've already done. And I was like, cool, now I can add the text in later. So I think we actually do we have this? Yes. Okay. So anyway, go ahead. But yeah, that's something that we do all the time. And you don't have to always be creating them in the moment. You can totally have
you
them
can
done.
just have a day where it's like, okay, you showed up to the salon, you have a little time in between your clients. You can just go through, have the links to the audio saved, and then go back in and edit them in another time. So like in between, while someone's processing, you can sit there, using your time really wisely so that when you come home, when you're exhausted at the end of the day, that's not the time that you're taking to edit all of these. You can do it little by little. And guys, even if you're posting 1 or 2 reels a week, you're going to see dramatic
results.
No, you are though, because I promise
true.
you, when I was growing, I was only posting, you guys could scroll back, I was only posting 1 or 2 reels a week. I wasn't even posting reels every day. I don't even post reels every day still, but you don't have to be posting every day to see results. So
and I see quite a few questions in the comments. We're going to answer you guys' questions, so make sure to save them because I don't want them to get lost in the little question box. But I definitely see some questions I know we definitely have time to answer. So
yeah. So do these 3 things before you sit down to batch create your content, and you will have a month's worth of reels content in literally no time.
Yeah, honestly. And again, you don't have to use that exact wording. I know we already talked about it.
We talked about it.
But that's the truth. It's like I go in or like you can reuse reels that
Yes.
you've already done. So like
work
same
smarter,
video,
not harder.
And you just add different text to it. And it's like, and in fact, I had lunch the other day with Carly from the Blonde Chronicles. And I know she would not mind me sharing this, but she was saying, she's like, yeah, a lot of my stories or photos or videos, like I just re-edit them and add new text on them. And it's just like the same exact same video, just adding new text, and it just makes it so easy. So fun little hack. And now you'll probably see it on our page. You're like, wait, I feel like I've seen this video before.
I do that with stories even. Like I'll save a bunch of stories and use it later on with polls because I'm like, I don't really feel like showing up today, but I want to serve my audience in some way. I do this all the time, and you can literally use one audio and post it like once every 3 months. Like you really can work smarter, not harder.
So much smarter. Yeah. And again, we talked about this kind of little bonus that we're going to share at the end. This is going to make it so much easier for you to batch that content. So it's like, you don't have to think about it.
We'll have the,
we'll get it.
We'll get to you.
So I think as we kind of wrap up today's class, I think what it's really important to remember is learning how to make reels is a skill that isn't going anywhere. You guys have all heard Instagram say that they're prioritizing videos and reels. And I think when we think about reels, it can sometimes get in our own heads of like, well, it's just a new thing. It's just another thing. And then Instagram's going to create another thing. And it's like, no, you're literally learning a skill of how to edit videos and shoot videos and create a new piece of content. And this isn't going to go anywhere. And I think it's only going to become more and more important as social media grows and evolves in the future.
Yep. Yeah, because video content, I say this in all of my trainings, I say video content is king. It is, whether that's stories or it's reels. Reels I teach about the most and put such a heavy emphasis on because of the ROI. Like I told you in the beginning of the class, the return on investment for your time is so crazy. But the fact that video content, it allows us to connect so much deeper. That's why tons of people watch TV shows over video shows, TV shows over reading a book, because it's just like easier to connect, because when you can see someone's facial expression, when you can connect with them in that way, video is just so powerful for us to learn.
Yeah. And again, Reels is that best form of content that creates the strongest connection with people in your audience to get them to know, like, and trust you. And that's why it's like, yes, it's great for the algorithm. Yes, it can grow your following. But at the end of the day, we're building that relationship with our audience. And that's so important too.
And that's why people are going to book with you, is because they know you, they like you, and they trust you.
Yeah. So real quick, I want you to type in the chat, just answer this question. How would it feel if you knew exactly how to create unique and viral reels that help you stand out, grow your following, and attract more clients? And I mean, literally know everything about reels, how to edit reels, what apps to use, what trending sounds to put in
transitions,
there, all of that fun stuff. How would it feel if you knew exactly how to do that? And you were like, suddenly became the expert. Like everyone in your salon is like, oh my gosh, Jamie, you're the expert. Like,
Yep.
what are you doing? How would that feel? Go ahead and type in the chat. Somebody says, on top of the world, I'd feel unstoppable.
I love that.
relieved.
Unstoppable. You would be unstoppable.
Yes, amazing like a god. Michaela
Yes.
says, I love it.
I love it.
It would be a lifesaver, less stressed and confident. I'd feel powerful.
Mhm.
LOL, says Jeannie. It would probably feel like a relief in marketing for yourself. Yes,
Yes.
like a relief. I love it. So much of that.
So good.
So much less stress, says Jenna. Amazing. Awesome. Cool. I just love hearing everybody's answers.
I know.
I love it. I'm like, I love the confidence. It's the
Yes.
confidence for me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Somebody says, this is my show with the
Yes.
Yes. Can you see
Yes.
this in the chat? Oh my God. Okay.
I love it. I'm getting distracted by the chat.
The chat.
Oh, Beyonce queen.
Beyonce,
Yes.
we feel it. Okay, so the reason why I brought Sarah in to do this training with me was because not only is she such an incredible expert, but she has literally created this exact formula and strategy for herself and for so many of her students and clients. And she has a program called Real Growth with Instagram Reels. And I wanted to introduce it to you guys because this program is something that seriously can help you grow not only your following, but your business. And like I said, she's helped so many people do it too. So what's inside the course?
Okay, so inside the course is the exact strategy, and I go into depth. I gave you literally a little bit.
Tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg of what I teach inside the course. I go into depth, which I'll show you in a second. But I used to grow my Instagram to over 100,000 followers and my business to 7 figures. So I didn't just grow my following. What I teach you in here is about creating that know, like, trust so that you can convert to actually make more sales, book more clients, all of those things that you're looking for in your business. Because I don't want you, when I say real growth with Instagram Reels, I want you having the real growth that matters. And that's those sales.
Real,
That-
R-E-A-L.
Yes,
not
exactly.
real growth. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I think that's really cool too, because it's not even just the strategy that helped you grow your business, but it's helped so many thousands
Yes.
of business owners too.
Exactly.
So if you're serious about your business and you don't want to miss out on what Reels can do for your growth, and I think just the fact that you're here today shows us that you
Yes.
are committed, that you
Mhm.
took time out of your night or day, or if you're watching this on the replay, you took time out to invest back into your business, but you know that you're probably missing something. You know that you're missing some part of the strategy or some part of the system. Something's not working. That's what this course is designed for, to really help you fill in all of those gaps and holes.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about what's inside of each module.
Okay.
There's 6 modules, right?
Yes. So in module 1, I'm going to give you the lowdown on all things Instagram Reels and discuss why they're important for organic growth. And then in module 2, I'm going to give you the Reels content framework. I share the framework I use to make engaging Instagram Reels and teach you about the different types of content you should be creating. So now I go into depth really in how you educate, how you inspire, and how you entertain. And I really pull that apart so it becomes my students from this course. It's like I teach them, this is just how you think about your content 24/7.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go into the viral framework. I go in depth into the Instagram Reels viral framework that I quickly mention on this training. And I give you a ton of ideas so you can create viral Reels with complete ease.
Yeah. So like what we taught you today was just like a little bit.
The tip of the iceberg.
A little bit. And then I think honestly, this is one of my favorite modules. And I know that this is something we got a lot of comment or questions in the chat box about, like, wait, but how do I actually do that? How do I edit? How do
I take you
all
from,
this?
if you don't even know and you'll learn how to apply the strategy we've discussed so far to create and edit Reels just so fast and
including all the
efficiently.
apps,
Yep.
including all the things. Yes.
Yep.
Then module 5.
I share best practices for Instagram Reels and even your best practices for posting. So this module in and of itself is worth so much because I'm sharing with you all of the mistakes that I have made firsthand, those mistakes that my students have made, and I give you the best practices.
Looks like we might have frozen for a quick second.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not sure what's going on there.
Sound gone.
It's frozen. Let me check it out. Oh,
No.
Of course.
Of course.
Always freezes right in here.
No. It works now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Rebecca, are we
Are
good?
we good? Are we good?
Cool. Yeah, module number 5, I think it looks like refresh. It looks like, okay, it's working. Finger crossed.
Yes.
Probably. Cool. Good. Okay, it's working. So yeah, module 5, to me, I think that this is a little mini course in and of itself.
It literally
Instagram.
is.
So if you struggle with Instagram in general, she like talks to you about like your profile, all that kind of fun stuff too. So. And then module 6, last one.
Yes, is the keys to posting reels. I give you my 3-step method to maximizing your engagement on every single reel that you post. So that way, when you're posting, you have your viral framework, but then you also have my 3-step method so that you get the most results on every single reel. I have my students rewatch this all the time. I'm like, are you, if they're like, hey, I'm struggling, I'm like, okay, let's go back to this 3-step method and make sure that you're using this posting process for reels.
Yeah. And also too, real quick, we're going to share the website at the end. This has all the information for those of you who are saying like, it froze, I didn't see it, I didn't hear it. It's over there on the website too. So you're good. But there's a fun bonus. I think that this bonus is such a good one. Tell me a little bit more about this one.
Okay. So this bonus training, it's so important to me that this was in the Reels program. The first time I released it, I did not have it in here and I just felt like something was missing. So I created this bonus. It's a 60-minute training all about how to discover and leverage your niche to hyperspeed your results. And by the end of it, you'll be able to identify your niche and how you can use it to increase your sales and revenue in your business. It is one of like the core principles to Instagram marketing.
Yeah. And I think that this is really interesting because I think as hairstylists, we're like, well, my niche is other clients, or, you know, I'm just trying to women, ages, you know,
I help you get so specific in
like,
this.
No. Like you have to get really, really specific. So, and I know that there was a girl who was saying like, I bought the course and like literally this training alone was worth like, I would have paid so much more just for this training.
For this training.
Really cool bonus. And all of these, we've got a bunch of other stuff in there like Canva, trainings, transition trainings. Like there's a bunch of hidden bonuses.
No, we literally have like
it's actually ridiculous.
15 other little bonuses that I like to keep as like a little surprise when you get in there.
So the whole value of the course is well over $500. And I know that there are so many other real courses out there that would be costing you like $697 or $397. And the reason why I was so excited to bring Sarah in and to introduce this course to you guys is because literally it's $97. And I know like sometimes you like talk up things and you're like, oh, it's probably going to be like $1,000. Like, no, literally it's affordable. It's something that you can get into. It's something that literally you can make back in a haircut, you know, or a highlight. Like you can make it back in one client. And if you think about how many new clients you could get, how much growth you could have for your business, how much more inspired and motivated you would be for $97, it's literally such a no-brainer. So if you're ready to join in, you can go to jamiedana.com/realgrowth. There might also be a button down below this video, depending if you refresh your screen, maybe not, but jamiedana.com/realgrowth. And if you join while we are on this class, you're going to get that extra bonus. So we talked about the bonus of 15 real ideas for hairstylists and beauty pros. And we made this very specific.
We made it specifically for you. So you literally have the link to the reel audio. You have the hook already done for you. You have the value already done for you. You have the call to action. We have the 3-step viral formula all in here. So you can take these and go create reels tomorrow, this weekend. You get this. This is like all done for you. You just have to film it. Like you don't even have to think.
And you're only going to get this because you showed up to this workshop. So this is for if you join in live during this workshop. We have the link already ready to go. If you go to jamiedana.com/realgrowth, real, R-E-A-L. Not real, R-E-E-L. But yeah, real growth. Then you're going to get that extra bonus. And we're going to jump into Q&A here in just a quick sec. So we'll be on this training for just a few more minutes, but I want to make sure that you get this bonus because again, we really designed this specifically for you guys. And it just makes it so much easier. Like how much easier is it when somebody gives you all the things to do? Just, oh my gosh, so much good. And this is actually an amazing testimonial. I've also followed this account. They're incredible. You want to tell us a little bit more about it?
This actually is my husband's account, and I helped him go from 10,000 followers when he was showing up on Instagram, guys, for 2 years consistently. And then when Reels came out, I had already been on TikTok. I told him, I was like, babe, you need to be doing Reels. He went from 10,000 followers to 325,000 followers. And right now I think he has about 425,000 followers. And go from sales from 20K a month to 75K per month, just with the power of Reels.
Yeah.
Guys, it's so incredible what Reels can do for your business.
Yeah. And then obviously these are just a few other testimonials from some of her parents. Wow.
No.
Okay. From some of her other students. You know, I think like I got 530,000 views with only 1,500 followers. Like that's insane. Like,
using the
gosh,
methods
yes.
in this course.
I had 1.8 million views and I gained 1,200 followers from Kristen. Like I saw that and I was like, I'm like so impressed.
I know. Whenever people send me testimonials like this, or like this was, my students sent me DMs after the course and after implementing, and it just like, it makes me so happy because I know that feeling of being stuck on Instagram, of feeling like you're doing all of these things and nothing you're doing is really working. This is the golden ticket. And that's why I want you, if you are on this live, you're taking Instagram seriously. That's why you're here. But I want you using your time wisely, and Reels just are that thing when you do them well that are going to give you those results.
Yeah, absolutely. And also too, we want to make sure that you feel good about this purchase, right? So there's a 30-day money back guarantee. We want to make sure that you're satisfied. Yep. And so just wanted to throw that out there. Cause I know sometimes like buying a course, you're like, I don't know. Am I going to learn something?
Yeah, right.
You
what
know?
if I get
Who
in?
is this girl?
Right.
She seems a little sketchy. Jamie recommended her. I don't know. Right? So you got 30-day money back guarantee. Nothing to lose, which is great.
Yep.
So again, you can go to jamiedana.com/realgrowth. Make sure Jamie is spelled Jamie and real is spelled REAL.
Yes.
Growth to join in. And just so you guys know, the doors close on Monday, January 31st, this Monday at 6 p.m. And if you join in while we are here on this workshop, we're going to go to Q&A in a quick second here. Then you get access to that bonus, which I think to me, that bonus is worth the value of the entire course. Like we're literally giving it to you for free. So
like if you make all 15 of those reels and post them, like I almost guarantee that you could get obviously I can't guarantee, but that you would get more followers, potential clients on your Instagram, and you'll have a ton of fun. Like Jamie and I even just like we
filmed 3 reels, like literally 10 minutes while we were out here.
10 minutes before we were supposed to be live on here, and we just were laughing, had a blast doing it. It really is, once you start practicing that skill, you end up like not taking yourself so seriously and you just have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So we are going to go to Q&A. We're here to hang out with you guys. And so what you can do is you can go ahead and type it in the chat box right now. I see that there's so many people that are like, I just joined. Like, am I going to get it? Like, where do we go? You're going to get an email with all the information.
The login information.
Yeah, it'll send it over to your email. Give it a few minutes because sometimes, like there's a lot of people going to the website right now. So give it a few minutes, but you're going to get your login information. And then from there, you can log right into your membership area.
And you could binge it tonight.
Yeah.
Yep, you could binge it.
How long would it take for somebody, like if they wanted to binge it?
Ooh, if they wanted to binge it, I feel like it would take, I would say maybe 6 or 7 hours, but
so it's like 2 afternoons.
Yeah. But with that, I would say that don't, because it's a lot of information that you have to digest. I wouldn't suggest doing it in one afternoon. I would suggest taking notes, really going back, making sure that you're grasping and understanding the principles that I'm teaching you inside of the course. And also, so you guys know, you do have lifetime access as I put things in it or whatnot. You do have lifetime access to the course. So it's not like you only have it for, 30 days. Yeah. You can go back and rewatch. I have so many of my, my students go back, and if they send me a DM and they're like, Sarah, I'm struggling with hair. I'm like, cool, go to module 3. You need to go back there. I want you to watch that part of the training to be able to get those.
Sorry, we're just
sorry, we're putting,
I'm over here like doing some in the background, and she's like getting all
I'm like
okay, so Mark, my husband, Mark, he's doing customer support. You guys might have seen him in the chat earlier, but he is grabbing our questions from the Q&As. But I just want to welcome in some people. We have like so many people joining in, so I'm going to try to do these really, really quickly and get to some of the names. Let's see here. Vanessa, Diana, Bridget, Rachel, Chelsea,
Woo.
AJ, Carly, Cassandra, Dana, Ashley, Sharon.
Yes.
Gotta go to the next page. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me refresh it because that one actually, it's crazy. And I know like as it goes through, it takes a second to like check out too. So, who did I leave off on? Sharon, Georgia, Drea, Steph, Sherry, Darlene, Alexis, Linda Deason. I see you in there. I love it. I'm so glad that you're joining in. Danielle, Julia, Tess,
Yes.
Kelsey. Oh my God, so many. Okay. Also, I have a computer. I use a PC, and I'm using her Mac right now, and I don't know how to use.
I know,
this
and
thing.
I
It's,
was
like,
trying to
popping
do
up
something on her computer, and I was like,
Nope.
Jamie, I don't even know where does the internet.
Nope,
I don't even know.
How do we get on the internet? Joan, Denali, Stephanie, Kaylee,
Yes.
Carrie, Chantel, Shelby, Jaden, Teresa, Madison, Kat, Stephanie.
I cannot wait for you guys to be learning. It's so
Josephine,
exciting.
Rachel, Michelle. Oh my gosh, like some of the it hasn't even loaded yet. So there's so many
I love
Megan,
it.
Missy, Kendall. If I haven't shouted out your name, I just want to say we're so excited for you to get in this, and I think that you're gonna learn so much. And I think again, it's a no-brainer. $97.
Yeah.
You can get in. Okay, so let's see here. Is there a promo code? So no, there's no promo code. The bonus is already added in there, so it's going to be added to your account like automatically. So when you join in,
there'll be like two separate things. You'll have something with like all the bonuses, and then
so no need to have promo code. Already done. Let's see here. Somebody says, what if we can't do it live? Is there an option to do it later? So
yeah, there is. So we are keeping the doors open till Monday, and then after that, like you can't get access inside of this course. Like this is something that I opened up like for you guys for this training. You can't get it anywhere else after Monday. We also, so if you don't get it live, you won't get that bonus, which I really want you to get that bonus because guys, I'm telling you, it's everything that you need. It has my 3-step formula in it. I picked out these audios just for you as a hairstylist or makeup artist to be able to use. I've already reverse engineered it for you. I have the captions ready for you. So this in and of itself, like Jamie said, that $97, if you post all 15 of these reels, if you go and create them,
so
you're winning.
Yeah. And I think I like it when it's like, I don't want to have to think sometimes. So I'm like, just tell me the audio. Just tell me what to put in the caption.
It's literally linked and it opens up to Instagram. Like you literally,
I was in there today looking around. I was like, I might steal some of these.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm already a member of Real Growth. Am I able to get these extra trainings without paying the full 97? Send us an email.
Yes.
Yeah. Just send us a little email. We'll hook you up. And send us an email too. Where do they send an email to?
So let's see, customer@soulsocial.co.
Okay. Cool. Customer@soulsocial.co.
Not com.
Cool. It's also on the checkout page. There's a little email there too. So
and we'll take care of you.
We'll hook you up. Okay. Do hashtags matter on reels, and what are the most important ones to have? What are your thoughts on hashtags?
Yeah, so I actually have a little mini hashtag training inside of the course.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, perfect. For you in the best posting process. I have a little training a little training for you on hashtags, but right now hashtags just do not matter as much as they used to. I want you doing this 3-step formula, but as a hairstylist, there are ones that you really could use. I'm just going to like throw this out here. Really using location is really important because even like that's how I found my girl was like searching. So I'm in Corona. If you're a Corona hairstylist, or if you're
even
Minnesota,
I think
Orange
location, County. If you think about it, again, put yourself in your client's shoes. How would you find a tattoo artist, a makeup artist, a brow artist, whatever, anybody that does a kind of a dentist, right? Like how would you find them? If you were to look for them on Instagram, how would you do that? Now, Instagram and the search has a lot of things where you can find things by location, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to show up that easily. So hashtags are great. OC hair, OC hairstylist, Orange County hair. There's so many different ones. So that would be the biggest thing that I always recommend too, versus trying to worry about getting featured, on the Explore page for balayage. That's going to be a lot more challenging.
Especially with reels now. Like hashtags used to be the way that people got reach, and now it just isn't on Instagram. So I don't want you stressing about hashtags. You just don't need to stress about them.
So question on the logistics: if we sign up this weekend, will we still get the extra bonus, or is this only being here in the live? So that extra bonus is only if you join while we are here live. So it's a little fast acting bonus. And the reason why we do that is honestly, I know you do too. I know you value people that take action.
Yes.
And I think I'm the same way. I'm literally the person that's like, wait, it closes at Monday at
I
6
know.
p.m.
I'm
Okay,
gonna wait.
5:59, and I
Right.
wait, and then I'm like, and then I buy.
Yeah.
Don't be like me. Like, take action. If this is
Mhm.
something that you really want to invest in and something that you really want to learn, it's $97. Again, you can make it back in 1 or 2
Yeah.
clients, even selling a little bit of retail. Probably this week, you'd be able to make back your money from it. And again, we want to reward people who take action, action
Mhm.
takers, unlike Jamie, who does not take action.
And if you take action, it's that much more that you're going to use these 15 ideas because you're the type of person that takes action. What I don't want happening is for you to get this course and not use it, right? So you're the type of person who takes action and you're going to use those 15 real ideas to get yourself started because maybe you haven't been making reels consistently or they've been harder to make because you just don't have a plan for them.
Yeah. Real quick, on Instagram, somebody's asking what is the link. So I'll just say it out loud. It's www.jamiedana.com/realgrowth for those of you checking it out. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Is this a course for hairstylists or just how to grow in general? Okay, yeah. So is this a course for hairstylists or like, will this work for other beauty professionals,
Yes.
other business owners? You tell me.
It will. It's not just for hairstylists. It will work for any professional, any small business owner.
Yeah.
The same principles apply.
That bonus though is definitely specific to hairstylists and beauty professionals.
Yes.
So yeah, just
Absolutely.
keep that in mind. But if you're another business owner watching this, like that can work too.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's see here. So what apps do you use to edit videos?
I use InShot and Reels and TikTok. And I show you how to use all of those inside the course, how you're able to use TikTok to edit, how you're able to use InShot to edit, and how you're able to use just the Reels app. You don't even have to use InShot. I like to use it. I know Jamie likes to use it, but I want to make things as simple for you. You don't even have to go outside of the app.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. We were filming a reel today and she's like, oh, just like do it like this. And I was like, I know. I like to edit I like to make my life complicated.
I don't.
I know. And then she's like, just like make it easy. And I was like, I'll go back and do it later. Anyway, that's just me.
But I know, see, this is why I know though, and this is why I teach people this is because you might not go back and do it later.
I will go back and, but you're right. You're right.
So I want people to make sure that they're posting,
yes,
you know?
Yeah. So again, she's going to teach you how to do all of that. And I think that is one of the big things that holds people up is like, wait, what are the logistics? How do I edit it? So she's going to walk you through all of that. And yeah, do you actually, somebody asked Splice. I've never used that app.
I've used it like twice for a special transition, but I don't teach that because I don't want you guys having like 100 apps and then being like, that's just going to make it harder for you to create. Yeah. So of course, I'm not saying you can't use Splice. You can, but I just found InShot to be one of the simpler apps to use.
Nicole says, how long are you able to access the course when purchased? Like a year or forever?
Forever.
Forever.
Yep. You have access it forever.
There's no like renewal fee or anything?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
No hidden fees. Yeah. Nothing.
Okay. Somebody said I lost down. What's the link again? jamiedana.com/realgrowth. And you're going to get that extra bonus. We have a lot of questions to get through. Oh my gosh. Is there going to be a bonus after today? No, again. No. So it's just when you're on this training, then you're going to get it. The doors are open until Monday. Yeah. But okay, let's see here. Do you think what you wear is important, such as current trends? That's an interesting question. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think if it's part of your personal brand, Jamie and I were actually just talking about this because I was like, oh my gosh, I love your dress. It's so cute when she showed up today. And she was telling me about like the subscription that she has, whatever. If that's part of your personal brand, like Jamie and I both like really appreciate aesthetics, but not everybody does. And not, so it really doesn't matter. I would never, do not let that hold you back. I'm always teaching my students, do not let what your house looks like. If you're not feeling like, oh, well, I'm not as charismatic as this person, or I'm not as pretty, or I'm not as silly, be you. There are people out there that are meant to be your clients that are going to be attracted to you and your personality, your vibe, your energy. You don't need to keep up with trend, necessarily like be aesthetic to attract new people to your page.
Yeah. I agree on that one. I think it's up to you.
Yeah.
Like what feels good to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think, I see a lot of stylists, it's just like whatever they're wearing in the salon.
Yep.
And that's what clients are going to see. So like, don't dress up
Yeah.
specifically for a reel. And then
Right.
the client walks in the salon, they're like, wait, you look totally different, right? Like be you, and
Yeah.
that's why a client's going to fall in love with you.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. How do you suggest that I get videos of myself that kind of fall flat? What do you do in those situations? Are you going to teach how to make reels like actually perform really well? I know we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah. So I think it's just like really using that formula that I teach where it's like you're having, and then I teach you transitions to keep people's attention.
Yeah.
So
transitions are like the thing, like where you like throw the clothes and it's like, and it's a new outfit, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
like
or like you can like move your hand in front of the camera and then it's like, for that, it's like more of a transformation. I feel like that you could use as a hairstylist. But yeah, I think that if you're also feeling uncomfortable and your reels are falling flat, something that you need to go in with this is the mindset that a failure, or what you would see as a failure, like, oh, low views, not as much comments, it didn't go viral. Just use that as information to say like, okay, this didn't work, and don't take it personally. I do think it is something that you need to practice. I just shared this with my students the other day, and I told them you need to be willing to practice. It is a new skill. It is something that the more that you practice, the better you get at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I will say, when I first started creating reels, like I was awkward. Like you can go back and see some of them. Like there's like one I like did and I was like, I'm gonna leave this up because it's just like me figuring out reels. And like I didn't do a ton of TikTok. I know you did a little bit more TikTok, so you had a little bit more of those skills, but like not a good reel, not good. And like, that's okay, and like, even, I don't know if you guys follow Dawn Bradley here. She's a really good friend of mine, but she had some really awkward reels in the beginning. And then like, she's getting better and now she's got characters that she does. And like, that's her thing. And like, now you see a reel of Dawn's and you're like, that's Dawn. Like, I know immediately who that is. And so I think that's just like one of those things that practice makes such a difference. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it, the more comfortable you're going to feel, the more confident you're going to feel for sure.
But don't give up just because you're feeling uncomfortable. Yeah. Like we said in the beginning, we're telling you why it's so important. Reels are so important. They really are a golden ticket to growth right now. And that has the ability, if you can grow your audience right now and build that know, like, trust factor, you have the potential to be fully booked out, to become an educator, whatever your goal is. I really believe you have such an amazing opportunity with reels right now.
Yeah. So the next question is what is the best time to post reels? But before we answer that question, keep you on the edge of your seat. Just kidding. I felt like an infomercial. But before we answer that one, we're going to go to a commercial. Just kidding. I just want to welcome in people.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we have so many people join. Tina, Bryn, Angie,
welcome.
Kelly, Kayla, Jaime, let's see, Lexi, Jessica, Denise, Marion.
I love it.
Another Kelly, Liza, Kathy, Dwayne, Pawina, I know, I see you, girl. Bailey. Oh, I got to go to the next page. Hold on. And it's literally like,
and it's loading and it's coming through.
Michaela, Courtney with a K, Dana, cool name. Dawn, let's see, Debbie, Tamara, another Kayla. Oh, Kayla Deeks, I see you. I love seeing familiar names too. I think that's so fun. It's like
so
when I see
fun.
familiar names of people who have invested in other courses or programs, and it's like, yes, you're going to learn real.
Yeah.
So happy. Gina, Jamie. Cool name. Sasha, Hannah, Rachel, Tristan, Natalie, Madison, Kenley, Paola, Laura, Jenna, Stephanie.
Welcome, girls.
Gosh, so many.
Amazing.
We had a couple guys join in. I saw a couple dudes in there. We had a Cody, we had a David.
Nice.
I saw them.
Welcome, guys.
Julie, Natalie, Beverly. Oh my gosh, there's like literally so many. Again, if I haven't gotten your name, I just want to say welcome in. I'm excited for you guys to learn this. And I think, again, a lot of you probably have been to my trainings before or have seen my education, and you know the level of, I guess, quality that I have with a lot of my education. And so when I bring somebody in to come share with my audience and to teach you guys, like, I want to make sure that they are somebody who also has the same quality. And so I just want to vouch for Sarah, and not even have to vouch, but just to tell you, like, you saw what she taught today, but just to see the course. And I think not even to see inside the course. The course is amazing. It's great, but to see the results that people have gotten after taking it, and like the testimonials have just been so cool. And as I started to hear more, I know you released it. When was this?
June.
Okay.
Yeah, this year.
And I remember watching
or
you
last year. Yeah,
I know.
June 2021. When is it? When is it?
I remember watching her release it and just like seeing how many people had joined in and like seeing the people and the results that they were getting after they started to implement it. I was just like, okay, I got to have her come in. I got to have her share this, because we were talking about this too, of how much potential us as hairstylists have when it comes to
I've
reels.
been dying to teach this to you guys. Like when Jamie and I first started talking, I was like, Jamie, they need this. Like, I know so many people need this, but I was so honored that she asked me. But I also was just like, I want to serve you guys. Like, this is something that I just see as the massive, massive potential to be able to change your business.
That, and I just so untapped, because there's so many stylists out there. Like, we literally have content at our fingertips. All day, every day. We're literally like doing something.
Beautiful content.
We're not even like a, somebody who just sits behind a computer all day and types like, what am I going to make for content? Like that, honestly, like what I do, I'm not in the salon all the time. I have to come up with content ideas, but us as hairstylists in the salon, we have so much available content to create, available things to make.
Absolutely.
And it's just so untapped. And at the same time, there's not a lot of stylists doing this. Like, I go on pages, and in fact, I'm friends with a lot of social media managers who run some of the big accounts that you guys follow, and they're always looking for people creating reels. And and they're always like asking me, they're like, do you know of anybody? And I'm like, I know the same people you know, because there's a handful.
Now we have a bunch of people
now
who's going to be
and
making reels.
I want you
going to be taking that action.
Getting reposted on Framar and Modern Salon and Behind the Chair. Like, I want that for you, and I truly believe that it is possible for you. Absolutely, 100%. Like, if you want to get featured on Modern Salon or Framar or whatever, like, type
I don't know these things, but
like, it's a big deal.
Sounds awesome.
It's a big deal. Yeah, it's a huge deal. Okay, so to actually answer the question, which we said we were going to answer, what's the best time to post reels?
Okay, so I have this inside of module all about posting, but really what I break down, and I'll give you like a little, sneak into it, is it really is different for every audience. But I like to post, and I encourage my students to try to post first thing, because it gives it more, you have more time. So if you're posting like after you got out of the salon, people are going to be in bed in those peak hours. So in the morning is a great time to post, because it gives you more time for people to engage with your content.
And it makes sense with that. What we were talking about earlier, the lifespan of a reel, right? So and the more, this is just with any type of post, but the more engagement you get in the beginning of when you post it, that helps the algorithm determine, this is great. This is good content. We should show it to more people.
Exactly.
So, in the morning, you're going to have that. And I know that there's other people that teach the same thing. So it's not just based off of our own experiences. This is literally like an industry standard when it comes to when you should post reels. I typically would say in the morning too. So, okay. So another question is there a Facebook group to connect with others or you?
There isn't, not for this particular course.
Yeah, but again, it's a $97 price point. So again, this is kind of like a DIY version, get you in there. If there was a Facebook group and like other trainings and stuff, it would definitely have to be at a higher price point. So we wanted to keep it affordable for you guys, for sure. Okay, is there a difference in posting directly to reels or posting the reel to your feed?
I love this question.
Yeah, me too.
You need to be doing both. You need to be posting to your feed and to the Reels tab. If you don't have that little mark checked, which I could probably even just show you.
For those of you who don't know, it's when you go to actually post the reel, she'll pull it up for you real quick. It'd probably be backwards, but you'll get the idea.
So this little, where's the camera? You can show. Okay. This little blue mark, am I doing that right? Gotta go this way. Yeah. Right there, make sure that is clicked. That says, do you want to show it? Share to feed.
Share to feed. So this is, you don't want to just post it to, it's backwards.
I know.
You don't want to post it just to your reel section. And basically your reel section would be on your profile. There's like a little section that's just reels.
Yeah, so we are
not just reels.
That. Yeah. Let's see if we go right here. Here is a section that's just reels.
So it's on your profile. It's like this little guy right here. It's just a reels. So you can share a reel just to there, but you want to have it on your feed.
Because
right?
it's both, it's the same
You're
way.
going
You're
two
getting like
places.
2 eyeballs
Yeah.
in a sense on it. So best practice, and I share that inside the course,
Yeah.
best practice for reels.
And
is
actually, I did an experiment early on in the days of
Uh-huh.
reels, but I literally posted the same exact video, same exact text, like nothing was
Uh-huh.
changed. And I said, comment below if you see this video. And I did one on my feed and one not on my feed,
I
just
love
for the
this
reels tab.
experiment.
Oh, I loved it. It was so fun. And the one that was like just on my just in the reels thing, I got like 38,000 views or something,
Mhm.
and the other one had like 100,000.
Yep.
Don't quote me on that. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
vast
yeah.
difference, whatever
Right.
it was. And so then I posted the results of it
Yeah.
because I was like, yeah, so
You need to be doing this.
yeah, it obviously count. The algorithm wants you.
Yes.
Think about it. Instagram wants to push your content to more people. So yes, post it to your feed. That's a great question.
Yep.
Okay. Should you use pre-recorded video for reels or should you do it right then on Instagram? I'm new to Instagram and I don't want to fumble in front of clients. That's a great question.
Ooh, I would say if you're just starting out and you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, just pre-record the videos and you can edit them in InShot, throw an audio on them. I give lots of transitions that you can be using inside of the course. So yeah, if you just pre-record and then upload it to Instagram.
Yeah. And I know there was actually a question earlier I saw that was, does it affect the algorithm if you're uploading a video from InShot versus shooting it in Instagram?
No, it does
It
not.
doesn't.
Not from what I've tested
Yeah.
and I've seen with my students. It does not.
Yeah.
Now, if you upload with a TikTok watermark, it does.
Yes, it for sure will. They literally, Instagram said that. It's
Yes.
not even like a mystery.
No,
it's like Instagram's like, don't do
They're
this.
literally like, don't do this.
Yeah, literally don't do this. But one of the things that I like to do too is I will film in the Instagram app because I like my filters.
Yep.
And then I save it. And I just find it so much easier to edit in InShot. That's just how my brain works.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
will literally film an film in Instagram with the filter, save it to my phone, and then go edit in InShot so I can kind of do my fun stuff over there. And then go back and add the text in from Instagram. So that's just how I personally do it. But again, you'll figure out your flow and she teaches you all the steps.
Yes.
So then you won't have to wonder how to
And
do it.
what all of the little things are in InShot, because when you first get an InShot, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I break it all down for you so you know exactly how to use it.
Okay, I love this one, and I'm going to take this question
Okay,
because this
great.
is a very specific one, but I also think that no matter what, it like applies no matter what kind of services you do. So this person says, I'm doing my first reel on Saturday. Heck
Love
yes.
it.
They said that they're doing an extension install. They said, I'm doing a hidden bead in weft, and I'm feeling like a creative block just thinking about it. And I know you'll
Okay.
probably have some ideas
Yeah.
for this too, because you have extensions.
Yes.
But like any ideas? Okay, so one of the ones that I think, again, if we can go back to what's that inspirational content or educational content? Like, first off, this one client, you could probably get like 3 or 4 reels.
I know.
out of,
I was
to be
going to say you
honest.
could get maybe like 5 pieces of content
maybe
out
more.
of this one.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And also too, when you film it and you like save the content for later, you can also post it on your story.
Yes.
Like
100%.
Anyways, that's
And
a fun
upload
hack.
it to Pinterest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that. So there you go.
Yeah.
Here's a fun way just to repurpose content.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I would think just even the most basic one could be showing the before, like client from behind, showing them before, whether it's thin hair or, shorter hair or whatever, even just doing a quick thing. And then a transition you could do like into the head, and then the transition of the after would be pulling out from that. Like that is the most basic, simple one that you could do. But I think you were asking for a hidden beaded weft method. So even just flipping the extensions up and showing the inside of what it looks like. So, maybe even having the client pull their hair up, like showing that kind of stuff is really cool. But yeah, she's going to teach you all those fun transitions. And even though some of them are transitions like pulling clothes, and, things like that, you can still say, okay, how can I apply this to what I'm doing in the salon? But
Exactly.
do you have any ideas?
Yeah, no. And I was saying, like, I was thinking, not saying, I was thinking that with something like that, it's the extensions is such a dramatic, like before and after that you also, and it's technical and technique. So you could do a couple before and afters, but I think it would be really great too, if you just like had your camera set up and you could do like a little time lapse of putting it in. That to me is like, I could watch those all day long because it's so interesting to see how they're actually put in.
And just as an idea for that, because you might think, well, a time-lapse video doesn't sound very intriguing. Like what's going to get views? And you're right. Just a time-lapse video of you doing extensions is very boring. Like that's not going to get views. But again, think about how can I add a hook? How can I add value? And how can I add that call to action? It could literally be a time-lapse video where you add in text about 5 important things to think about when looking for an extension stylist.
Yep.
And it's like, that's your hook.
Yep.
And then it's like 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
and it hits it on the beats of the
Mhm.
music. And I know you teach
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Like that could literally, and it's one clip
Yep.
that you didn't have to even think about. So just kind of opening your mind to different ideas. And I guarantee you after this training and after you go through the course, you're going to start to watch people's reels and be like,
Yep.
yep, they used a hook. Oh, they got me because they did a cool transition. Like
Yep.
you're going to see that stuff so much more. Somebody also asked, does this course teach about transitions and
Yes.
the best ones to use?
Yes, it
Just to
does.
show you how to do it.
Yep.
It's a little fun bonus,
Mhm.
a little hidden bonus inside the course. So hopefully that's helpful for you, for those of you who are doing extensions. But for any type of client, I just want you to be thinking about what are some creative ways that I can be doing to use that. So, okay. What if you're trying to reach clients and stylists with reels? What's the best way to make it not just one over the other? I love this question because that was me. That was me literally 6 years ago. I was building my clientele in the salon, but I also was transitioning into education. And so typically for me, and this was before reels, but it was about 50% of the content. And it would even be things like, hey, hairstylist,
Right.
like a reel for you. Hey, client, reel for you. And at the end of the day, both pieces of content, even though one is more specific towards a stylist and one's more specific towards a client, they actually accent each other.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
in the way of if a client sees a stylist video, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Jamie's such an expert in what she does. She's literally teaching other stylists,
Yep.
right? They like my clients would be like, that's so cool. I love seeing your videos.
Mhm.
And I love that you're teaching other stylists. Like, so clients immediately were like, oh, she's an expert.
Yep.
She's amazing, right? And same thing with stylists. They're like, oh, she's literally educating her clients.
Right.
She must be an expert. She's literally doing what she's teaching
Yeah.
us to do, right? So it works for both ways. So don't get in your head about it.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
I'd say.
I think that's absolutely, I could see how that could go
Yeah.
hand in hand so well. And not to get too
And
stuck.
don't think about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
worry about
Don't
it
get
much,
too
nope.
stuck about
Yeah.
like making everything perfect. I think this is such a trap that people fall into with Instagram, is like overthinking too much, and where it's just like post, show up. Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to take a couple more questions because I know that you guys have been on here hanging out with us for like an hour
I
and 45 minutes, which
know. Oh
is
my
amazing.
gosh.
If you're still here, like high five
I
to
know.
you.
You guys are amazing.
So we're going to answer a couple more questions. If you have any last minute questions or something that came to your mind, go ahead and type them in the chat box. We want to make sure to answer them. Again, just as a reminder, we have that bonus that is literally going away when we finish this training. So if you want to get those 15 Instagram reel ideas
Yes.
for hairstylists and beauty professionals, like literally have us
You
do
have
it for
February.
you.
You have February covered. I mean, it could literally be even March.
And
February,
I think
March.
I think one of the cool things about, I think often we get in our head about like, wait, what does that look like? When you have the idea given to you and it broken down, your mind's automatically going to start thinking of so many other ideas. You're going to be like, oh, wait, okay. So if I do it like that, then I could do it like this. And so it just really starts to spark your inspiration. And we wanted to create that reel, or that reel.
That bonus.
That is a bonus for you guys. That was really
so
important to
you
us.
can create
So
the
you
reels.
can do the reels, yes. And I think it'll be fun just to see what everybody
Oh my
creates.
gosh.
Like,
I know. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Send me a DM on Instagram.
Yes.
When you create your reel. I want to see it.
Yes.
I want to
oh
share.
my gosh. And then you'd be like, this was idea number 3.
Right.
Look
Yeah.
what I did
Yeah.
with it. And I think it's so fun too, like just to be able to see how people do it differently. And I think we can get in our heads about like, oh, everybody's done it before.
Yeah.
No, like you are unique, and like your clients and audience are excited to see you. And I guarantee your clients are going to be so excited to see this
And they're
content.
not going to see someone else's content. There's I think 1 billion users on Instagram.
I mean, maybe
There's
they'll
so
still
many
follow
people.
the same one. But
Yeah,
probably not.
but
No.
most likely not.
No, and like honestly, when I started to create video content when I was still in the salon, like my clients loved it. Like they were so excited. They're like, "Oh my gosh, that video you posted, it was so satisfying."
Right.
Or, like, I just love seeing what you're doing. Like it's almost like a proud mom. Like your clients are like so proud of you and they love it. So your clients are gonna love it. Okay. Again, so we've got a couple more. Do you remove reels from your profile grid? Does that change anything? Or if you remove reels, what does that
I would say, because of what I taught in here, don't ever remove a reel. Don't ever take it down. I think that can be, unless it's like, maybe the only way is if it was like so controversial that it was like really hurting your feelings, what people were saying.
Yeah. Or like, I know a girl, sorry not to cut you off, but there was a girl I followed and she posted a reel. It was like it was her son taking a motorcycle. This is Jackie.
Yeah.
Do you remember
yeah.
Jackie? Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
She knows Jackie.
Jackie's done a training with me.
Yeah. Okay. I don't actually know her. I just follow her.
yeah.
I feel like I know this girl,
Right.
Jackie. Jackie
She's so
Richards
cute.
on Instagram. Anyways, again, no like and trust factor. I feel like, oh,
Yeah.
Jackie's my friend. Oh
Mhm.
wait, she
Yeah.
doesn't even know me. Anyways, so she did a reel where it was her son on a dirt bike, I think, and he like revved it and he like crashed into a bush, and it was just like a funny reel, and that's like her personality, but like
Yeah.
it was bringing in the wrong kind of
Yes,
followers.
and
Like
she
she was
was like,
getting like
no.
really creepy people.
Yeah.
So then of course it went viral, but it wasn't bringing in the right people. So in that case, then
Yes.
it's like, yeah,
There's a few cases, but if it's just because you're like,
It didn't get good
oh, it
engagement.
didn't do well,
Yeah.
you don't need to like hide it or take it down.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, I've never done a reel. So this course is really step by step.
Yes.
A lot of what I'm hearing is exciting, but also intimidating. What would you say to that?
I would say that I take you step by step, but I also understand that new things naturally just will be intimidating. And I think if you're wanting to grow, you have to be willing to take yourself outside of your comfort zone. And this course will do it for you. It's going to give you the step by step, but I'm not going to tell you that you don't have to do work because you do.
Yeah. I mean, with anything that is going to grow your business, anything.
Mhm.
I mean, even when you started to build your clientele, or maybe for some of you, you're still growing your clientele, right? Like it takes work.
Yep.
Like when you're learning a new technique of how to
It takes
foil
work.
or do extensions, like it takes work.
And it can be frustrating and you can feel like giving up or being like, well, I don't know, but you went to school, someone taught you this is just an education course. In the same way that you learned how to foil or cut hair, it's the same difference.
You're learning a new skill, and it's also a skill that you'll be able to take with you. And I think that that's something that we don't give enough weight to, because it's like, yeah, it's reels. Again, it's going to go away, or it's not going to be around. It's like the skills that maybe reels won't be around forever, right? TikTok's not going to be around forever, reels, Instagram, but the skill that you learned with
video content will be
making videos, making reels, like that for sure is not going away at all. And I remember like back in the day, Periscope was an app, and do you remember Periscope? Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Periscope was the very first live streaming app. This was before Instagram Live, before Facebook Live. And it was intimidating to go live in front of people on the internet that you did not know, right?
So scary.
But I pushed myself. I was like, hey, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to suck. And I'm going to be really awkward and I'm going to be really bad, because this is a skill that I need to learn.
And now she's a pro, guys. She's a pro.
Now I do this as a living, right? And honestly, if you want to go and find some dirt on me, go on Twitter. You can find me, Jamie Dana Hair or something. I don't even know. There's some of my old Periscope videos, and they're terrible. So if you want to see how bad it was, but I'm not that bad anymore. Like I've gotten better. I have my moments, but I've gotten better, you know? And so it's with anything. It's a skill that you're going to be able to learn and take and move on into your business. It's
100%.
not going away.
Nope.
It's something that you have to learn. And I know for some of you, you're like, oh, I don't want to learn it. It's like, but it is so important. So
but if you want to grow, it's like the return on that being uncomfortable for the skill that you're learning is amazing.
Absolutely. One of the good questions that just came up was, would location of the video matter? Like in the salon, at home, out and about, in your office? What do you recommend?
No, I mean, I think that this is when it comes to testing and understanding what your audience is looking for, what your client is, your clients are looking for. But I think a mix of in the salon, out of the salon, I think just test. And also like where you feel most comfortable. Maybe like you're not ready to be
in the salon,
with like your coworkers, maybe in the back break room. And you're like, okay, I feel awkward. Like I feel more awkward filming reels in front of people than when I do by myself. Like it's just easier for me, but it's just figuring out what works best for you. But I wouldn't say that there's like a formula, like, okay, you have to, although I do teach, you need to have some like good lighting, like make sure it's not too dim and like really late at night, unless you have a great ring light, because it's going to be dull and not capture people's attention. But I share about that inside the course.
Yeah. And I think honestly, it's one of those things where like literally there is no formula, because there's like a girl that teaches reels that I see, she's on the same background. And by the way, she wears the same outfit.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Literally the same outfit.
I actually don't know her name. So
I know.
Maybe I do. Anyways, but same outfit. Same makeup. Same thing.
Background.
And the reason why she does that is because she can batch her content. It doesn't matter. Like probably because she batches, like I'm assuming, a lot of content all at once. And so it's like, well, why would I change up my outfit? I'll just stick with the same thing. It's
smart.
Like the same pink jacket, the same hair every time. And I'm like, great, that's brilliant. So And she's so successful
Yeah,
with Reels.
yeah, she's grown so much. So
You
it's
don't
like,
you don't, it doesn't have to be one thing or another. I think honestly, as a client, I do love seeing inside the salon. So showing that every once in a while, but like Sarah said, if you're not comfortable yet, totally cool.
Just start
Film
somewhere.
it in your closet,
Yeah,
in the
no,
back alley.
right.
Oh, just kidding.
Don't do that. We want lighting. Okay, we want
She's
lighting.
like, no. Jamie, I filmed my reel in the closet. It didn't get very many views. Well, okay. Great question. Okay. Let's see here. So how do I learn the algorithm? So I know you talk about this a lot. It is a complicated thing.
It is, but it's not. It's not. So if you think about it, I like to, when I'm teaching about this, I like to think of Instagram is a business, and the point Instagram wants is to keep people on the app. Whether or not I necessarily agree with that, that is the reality of Instagram, is that they want to keep people on the app. And so what they do is, if people are liking your content, whether that's your reel, your post, your stories, there's tons of algorithms on Instagram. There's not just one. There's literally thousands. They're looking, okay, did you exit? Did you like it? Did you save it? Did you comment?
Did you view it for more than 3 seconds?
All of these things. That's really smart. It's taking this all into account. And then it's saying, okay, this was seen as valuable. And that's why I like to talk about adding value, because people are going to stay on the app if they feel like they're being educated, they're being inspired, or they're being entertained. Those are the reasons people are going to stay on Instagram. And so that's why I teach your content needs to do one of those three things. It needs to entertain people, it needs to educate them, or it needs to inspire them. And so that's really how the algorithm works. It's testing all of these things to see, okay, are people actually going to watch this? Are they going to want to comment? Are they going to want to save it? Are they going to want to share it? All of those things go into account. And so when you're making content, you need to be thinking, okay, is this going to keep someone on the app?
Yeah. And I think also too, when it comes to that valuable content, again, people want to share that. So whether it's funny or relatable or it's extremely valuable. Like I have seen quite a few stylists, especially in the extension space. I feel like that's kind of been up and coming, but so many stylists share even another stylist reel that talks to clients, right? Like how to maintain your extension. There was one going around for a long time. It was about the sunscreen and why you don't want to use sunscreen on your body. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, my extensions got ruined this summer.
Right. And
literally.
And one stylist made that video and other stylists were sharing it with their clients, right? So that kind of stuff. And maybe she probably, maybe she got clients from it, who knows? But at the end of the day, it's like that kind of stuff can be shared because you added value. It doesn't have to just be funny. It doesn't have to just be a lip sync or a really cool dance. In fact, like I don't ever share those ones. I mean, maybe funny ones, but the valuable ones, I'm like, oh my gosh, she shares a ton of valuable content. If you're ever looking for inspirational stuff or educational.
Yeah, I'm very high on educational.
For inspiration of educational stuff. Go check out her page because she's constantly doing ones like that. And again, like repurposing all this. So it's just important to be thinking about that. What is going to be something that other people share and helping them push your content out for you? Like,
absolutely. Why not? And that's so powerful.
This is a great question because I feel like a lot of people are probably feeling this. I'm posting reels a lot. Okay. Like they're doing it, but I'm getting little to no engagement. I tag people, I use hashtags, I make them engaging and interesting, but nothing is working. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So I would say go back and make sure that you are using this, the formula of like, do you have a hook? Is it spaced in the right place? Do you have it? I'll even show you like on, this, let me see, where is it? Okay. Where it's like your hook is right there where people can clearly see it when they're scrolling. Like, are they stopping? Do you have a call to action to comment, right? I share inside of the course the best posting practices where it's like, are you engaging before you post a reel? Are you staying on the gap to get engagement? Are you sharing to your stories? I share all of this inside of the course because there are so many people that are like, Sarah, I'm posting reels. And I'm like, okay, you need to take it a step further. You need to do these best practices. And there's people that I have students that have shown up consistently,
Mm.
and then one day one of their reels takes off and they get these new followers,
Yeah.
they get new clients, they get whether that's not just hairstylists, but I have people who are like educators and have products, service-based businesses, and then it takes off. So it's not just like, okay, 7 days of posting reels. You do need to be continually showing up.
Yeah. And one of the cool things is typically when a reel goes viral, like if it goes really viral, people come back to your page and then they
Mhm.
start watching all your other reels, which is again why
100
other reels can
Yep.
start to take off, because then
Yep.
the algorithm's like, oh, suddenly this
Mhm.
video posted 2 weeks ago is now getting an engagement because it was related to the one that went viral.
Yep.
And like people are coming to your page just even for what more does this person have? Like this video was great in whatever way. What else do they have? What other things
I
can
like
go
to
watch?
call it a bingeable profile
Yes.
feed.
oh man. Okay. So I found this one. Again, the explore page is just not a good vibe for me because I get stuck in that. But
I
there
know.
was this one, and maybe
So
you've
true.
seen him, but he's this, it's like expensive versus cheap. Have anybody seen
I
this
don't
one?
know, I
Oh my
haven't.
gosh. It's so bingeable because literally the same, he says the same thing. He's like expensive versus cheap, and it's literally like a screen split in half, and it's like expensive versus cheap mouthwash or
Right. And you're just like, what?
What are they called? Foot mats. Okay. Mouth guards, whatever. And he like does this experiment, like he'll drop something on them or he like whatever. And it's like expensive versus cheap mouth guards. And he's got this like accent. And then all of a sudden he's like, and then they do the thing, and then whatever one wins, he's like, expensive one, very cool. And like literally that's his whole thing.
Right.
Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
then you, an hour
And now-
later, you're like, what?
Oh,
What am
I'm
I
like,
doing?
I guess I need to go buy expensive bed sheets because these ones didn't rip or whatever.
Right.
Oh my God. Literally was on this guy's page for like 20 or 30 minutes. And I was like, that's a bingeable profile.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And the thing is, what people, so I tell my students this all the time when they're like, okay, Sarah, like this content isn't getting me the results that I want.
Mm.
It's like, results aren't likes, they aren't views. The results that you're wanting to get is like from your reels, people then go to your stories, get to know you further. And there's a 90-day like sales cycle, warm up, all of that, that from the time someone sees your reel, they might book with you 6 months down the road.
Yeah.
They might book with you. But if you're not consistently showing up, if you give up after a month, after 2 months, guess what? They're going to not see your face. They're not going to see you in their feed, and they might forget that you exist, that you have a service that they need. So there's people like even my husband, like there's people that will contact him. They're like, oh, I saw your reel a year ago. And then they're contacting him now to book.
Yeah. Especially with that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, his services are like very expensive, but same thing, right? Like with stylists, like our services are not cheap, right? Like it's not a $20, service. It could be a couple $100, especially for some of you that do big transformation things like full on color corrections or extensions or curly cuts. Like those are definitely more expensive services, and people want to make sure that they're investing in the right thing, right?
Yeah.
Like we come from a consumer generation that people want to do their research, and it's not enough to just see a photo or go on Yelp and read a couple reviews. Like they really want to get to know, like, and trust that person.
Yes.
So yeah, I always say I've had people contact me years later. And if you think about it, think about the people that you follow. Like I've followed tattoo artists for years before I ever booked with them. Even the girl who did my eyebrows, like I straight up followed her for like a long time before I ever reached out.
I'm looking for an eyebrow girl right now.
Okay,
so
well, I'll give you the information. But like that kind of stuff, you know, it's like, and for eyebrows, they're $35 service. Like it's not even like that much, but I just was like, oh, I stalk her Instagram. So you have probably followers like that too. And reels are one of the things that can put you in front of them even more and more consistently, and them get to know you.
Yeah.
And they will convert to clients.
Right.
Absolutely.
And even using the formula of like the hook call to action or the hook value call to action. Now that you have that formula, every couple weeks, every couple months, when you're looking for new clients, post a reel that has a call to action to go into your bio to click the link to book or DM you or whatever. Or, you could say like free consultation, whatever it is that you're doing. But now you have the opportunity with this formula to take those people that what we like to call as like nurturing them through your content. You can now take them and turn them into a client.
Absolutely. I feel like that was a great question to end on. I feel
Yes.
like that was like such a good one. I feel like we just answered all the things. I just want to say thank you guys for being here. We are almost, we are
Thank
2
you
hours.
so much.
2
I know.
hours long. Which
When
is
Jamie was
insane.
like, I think it's going to last 2 hours, I was like, no, it is not. It is not going to
I was
last
like,
2
you don't know
hours.
my
I did
people.
not believe her.
My people,
So
you
guys are
we're
amazing.
Good. I love it. So real quick, just wanted to let you guys know that we have that bonus, the 15 real ideas for hairstylists and beauty pros. It's 7:00 right now, my time. I'm going to leave it up for about another half an hour because I know that you guys are like,
all
I know
over the place.
You're watching and you're like, I don't want to miss anything.
I know.
So go to the page. So
what if my question gets answered?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, So we'll leave that bonus up for about 30 more minutes till 7:30 or 10:30 or whatever time you're watching. But again, we really want you guys to get that one. It's again $97 for the entire course. You get
lifetime
that bonus.
access.
You get lifetime access. You get all the modules. You get all the bonuses that are inside, plus the fast acting bonus. We would love to have you inside. We've already had hundreds of people join in, which makes me so happy and so excited for all of you. And I'm just so excited to welcome you guys into real growth with Instagram Reels. And I can't wait to see.
I'm so excited for you guys. And thank you so much for giving me your time, allowing me to share with you. Thank you, Jamie, for letting me come on here. This has been so fun, such an honor. I'm so excited to see you guys posting Reels.
Yay! Yes, make sure to DM us once you have those done, once you've gone through the course, and start making Reels. We're so excited. Just as a reminder, the doors close on Monday. That's the bonus is expiring in 30 minutes, just so you know. But for those of you who are just like on the fence or want to think about it, the doors close on Monday at 6 p.m. If you have any questions, you can send me a DM. You can send Sarah a DM, and we'll send you the link to grab it. And we're just excited. Can't wait.
All right. So excited. Bye, guys.
Thanks for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.